Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I'm back at Atlanta Brick Co. and I'm with Chris and Ed. We are going to be giving you a complete tour of their incredible selection of sets they have for sale, as well as a look behind the scenes at their crazy operation here and the 10,000 different minifigures that they have for sale here, many thousands of sets that you can buy here, as well as some of the really unique stuff like this over here, which I'll show you real quick with a couple coins. This is their Star Wars themed coin drop, and you can see you get to drop the coins in. I think is the goal to get. Oh, you did it!
Won.
The first time. Wow.
Well,
wow.
That's my money. I get the prize.
Look at that.
Right?
Look at that. I'm gonna walk out right now. I peaked. I don't think I can beat that.
Did you get a quarter?
I
Yeah,
did.
you landed in a quarter.
That's a Millennium Falcon, right?
Yeah.
It's $10 off a minifigure or a
Yeah.
minifigure up to $10.
There we go.
That's awesome.
I mean,
$10
First try,
minifigure.
too.
I'm already in the green, and we've just started the
Very
video. So that's one of the unique things here. What is this section over here in the store then?
All right. So when our customers come in the front door here, this is our trade counter where they bring their stuff in. You guys literally just missed it. You saw that guy leaving with just
We held the
stacks
doors.
of
We
sets.
came in with a guy with like a huge pile of sets walking out.
He got, Landon, what was the best set he got? Did I see Ninjago City?
Ninjago City, there you go.
Sealed Ninjago City
Wow.
he walked out the door with. So he got about $2,000 worth of sets in trade. So that wipes the Ninjago section out a little bit. So people trade in here every hour. We get a trade in probably, and a lot of our employees can do the trade. So we're trading when we open at 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. when we close. Over here is where they sit while they're waiting for us to calculate the trade, because we do buy as well. So sometimes they don't want to go around and look at Lego. They're just trying to get rid of it. So they'll sit down here. This is, we're in Yollywood, which is the Hollywood of the South. They film all the movies around here, a lot of movies around here. And this is from Black Adam with The Rock. This was on Hawkman's ship, the Justice Society of America. So
I did watch that movie. I don't think many other people did, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, you're right. It's actually picking up more progress now that it's streaming.
Okay,
So
interesting.
It's rebounding a little bit. Over here, we've got some of our more rare base plates. These are the raised base plates.
I love me some good raised base plates. They're so unique these
And
days.
everything, I mean, when was the last time they made one? Like 20 years ago?
Quite a while, yeah.
And anything that you see in our store, we do have for sale on our website. Pretty much. 75% of our inventory is online for sale.
That's super cool because you guys are kind of close to the airport here in the Atlanta area. So, you know, if you're flying through, you can stop at the store, but there's still a lot of people that might not ever be able to make it in here.
Yep.
So they can look at your selection online then. That's super cool. What do you have in these areas over here? And I mean, this is one thing that makes Atlanta Brick Co. so amazing is like every corner has some kind of Lego product or something either for sale or just on display. And so there's really no area that there isn't something cool to look at.
You're right. We don't have room for anything. We just, literally, that guy who just did the big trade took the set that was right there, whatever that was. I think it was a big modular set. But this is kind of our spillover area. We try to put things with their themes, but we just don't have room for that. They're constantly turning over. So we do have some pretty good sets up here. As you can see, we've got one of the vintage Ghosts, one of the 1989 Batmobiles, Jokerland, you can't beat that. The Fire Brigade, awesome. Corner Garage, excellent. None of these built sets are online for sale. They're just too hard to describe.
Yeah,
and ship.
inventory and everything,
These are sold as is when you buy them. Now, if you do see something you like, we will ship these. You can call us and we'll ship them. We can ship these built, and we're pretty good at shipping. We've been open for 10 years now, and probably shipping Lego for 15 years. And we'll ship these built, and there's a good chance you get it still built.
Cool. Very nice.
But you might not. Over here, we've got some of the old vintage 1950s and 1960s Lego sets. Some of them are Samsonite, some of them are from Denmark, and these are all on our website for sale. Those are all complete and in good condition. This is the kind of stuff I like. It's just the vintage stuff. It's kind of like a museum when you're looking at stuff like that.
It's what makes Atlanta Brick Co. so unique, I think, is that more unusual stuff like that.
Yeah. These are some of our custom kits that we make. There's a Slenderman. We just rolled that one out last month. That is $14.99. There's a animatronics fox. Not modeling it after anything. It's just your typical old animatronics bear and animatronics fox.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm familiar, but I don't know where it's from.
And this is all designed like in-house, so you have employees that do
We
this?
do it
or-
all in-house.
Okay,
yeah.
that's really cool.
So we have our set designers include Daniel Nettie, who has won many awards at the LEGO conventions. In fact, today he's not going to be here because he's setting up for Atlanta BrickCon.
Okay.
And we also have Mark Erickson and Steven Erickson, who won LEGO Masters Season 2. So they design the sets, and then I do the packaging for them, and we do the digital design. Daniel does most of the digital designs for the instructions. It's a lot of work goes into them.
Yeah,
and then
no, I
somebody
can
sorts
imagine.
the parts. So probably 5 different people are involved in making our kits.
I just look at it and go, wow.
Yeah,
That's
Ed,
cool.
Ed gives us, as you'll
Gives us
see,
thumbs
Ed
up.
gives us a lot of inspiration for our
Yeah.
sets.
He looks at it and like, I wish I
Yeah.
was able to build one of those, but he's not quite there yet.
No. So
One
why
day.
don't you build one of those?
Yeah.
I can build, guys. I can build.
These are some of our popular parts that we sell, a lot of accessories, rocks, plants. These are all on our website for sale.
Great selection here, yeah. I love this giant parrot hanging out by the checkout counter here.
Yeah, I think the original Lego parrot's name is Popsy. It actually has a name, and this was modeled after Popsy. Steven Erickson from Lego Masters made that for us.
And then lots of sealed sets down here.
Yeah, these are the gift with purchase sets right here, and we get a lot of gift with purchase sets in because people get good money for them when they trade them in, and they get them for free.
Yeah, right.
So,
that makes
virtually.
sense.
We have a lot of new old stock vintage Lego watches. So these are all brand new sealed Lego watches. I think we have 9 different types. And
Did someone bring all these in at once, or you've just collected these from different people over the
we
years?
got
or-
them from the original manufacturer. So Lego licensed them, and the original manufacturer, I think, was in South Korea. And when Lego canceled their contract with them, they had overstock, and we bought their entire overstock.
Wow.
So they're from 1999, and they are really high quality. I'm sure you guys have seen these before.
Definitely never seen this many and like sealed like that.
We have plenty of them, and I think we're pretty much the only company that actually has any available with more than one
Right.
for sale. But when we buy these, the batteries have died in them, and we provide brand new batteries so that you can switch them out. We also have a video on our website that has instructions on how to change out those batteries yourself.
Is this the kind of thing that you get really excited about owning a store like this? It's like, we're going to put a display out of just like the largest quantity of a really niche, unique Lego thing.
100%. 100%. This is the kind of stuff that I go crazy for. Is it our best seller? Not even close. But I'll tell you what, if you want to get something for anyone that is a Lego fan, but you don't know if they have it or not, like go to Walmart, they might have any one of those sets. I can guarantee you they do not have a vintage watch from 1999 brand new in its package. And they're affordable. They're like $30 to $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
that's really
they
cool.
all work together, so you can switch them up and wear a different watch every single day of the week.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on the Lego watch system there, people.
And these aren't the kids' watches either. These are the adult watches. So it's pretty special. Here we have more parts for sale. And then let's go ahead and talk about Lego Masters a little
Yeah.
bit. So Mark and Steven Erickson both work here. And this is Steven's book, The Inner Workings of a Lego Mind. We sell it on our website and at conventions. So we'll be selling it this weekend in Atlanta BrickCon. And Steven will also be there. He'll autograph it. But when Steven's in the store, we sell a lot of these because he's right here. And people are like, oh my gosh, it's Steven. And he'll sign it
For
for
sure.
them and they buy it. So we sell those. You can actually ask for it to be signed on our website, and he'll sign it, and we'll ship it to you. This is their Lego Masters trophy from season 2 of Lego Masters that they won. And there's the golden brick on top.
Look at that. And then all the minifigures represented for the different contestants kind of around the edge
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's really cool that, yeah, you have the Lego Masters representation here, which also,
Yeah.
what, they record not too far
They
from here, right?
film it about 45 minutes from
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole process.
We actually supply them with a lot of parts. Last minute, if they need something, they know where to come get it. Mm-hmm. So, in fact, we have a poster over there on the wall, signed by, it's a Lego Batman poster, and it's signed by Will Arnett, and it says, "Thanks for all the bricks."
There you go.
Pretty cool, pretty special.
So we move back to
Back
this
over
corner
here,
then.
yeah, this is our clearance bin. This is something new we started doing because we're getting in way too many built and used sets that we just don't have time to inventory, and they might not really be worth inventorying. So, like, there's Thor Ragnarok Arena, and we're not going to inventory it. All we're going to do is we're going to take the minifigures out, and we're going to make sure it looks complete, like not missing any major components. Then we're going to sell it on our website as is for a highly discounted price.
Okay.
A lot of times we'll get these in on trade. They'll already be built, so we see that they're together, and we just take them apart best we can and throw them in a bag for someone to get at a really good price. For mock builders, people who want to build a bigger tank or do something else with the parts, this is for you, and you're getting it at a real good price.
We do get a lot of complaints on our website of people, they want a sealed set, and all we have in stock is the as-is DO, and they're like, "Hey, all you have is used sets in stock." No, we have actually, 6,000?
6,000
Over
6,000 sets.
6,000 or 7,000 sealed sets in stock. We just don't have the one you want. We have it as is.
A lot of them come in and they
Yep.
go in almost 2 days, depending on the popularity of the set. We've had them come in and they go right out.
As hard as it is to believe when we walk around here, even with all of this selection, there are sometimes things that you don't have. That's kind of insane. But Lego's just made so much stuff over the years.
Well, the good stuff, like the guy that just walked out with the Lego Ninjago City,
Yeah.
that lasted about a week. So somebody will come in later today and they're like, "Oh, you guys don't have Lego Ninjago City? You guys don't have anything." It's like, well, the good stuff sells like immediately.
Yeah, right.
We can't afford to sit on this stuff.
obviously, stuff that's in demand is going to go a lot
We had,
faster.
we
Yeah.
had 2 Concorde sealed sets, one built, and they flew in and they flew right out. No pun.
Very good, Ed.
Couldn't help it. Bad jokes.
More parts over here then?
Yeah, we're working hard to get all of our parts online. As you'll see soon, we have a parts store in our basement. It's not accessible to the public, but we are giving tours of our basement now. I'll show you guys that later. But these are all non-production parts down here that Lego does not make available in sets. They make them special for like Lego Master Builders and stuff.
Interesting.
So they're all
okay.
extremely rare.
Yeah.
And we do have those for sale on our website.
Very cool. And is that usually like just a color variant of a certain part that's unique?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see some really cool colors in there.
Then these are all electronics here that we have on our website. Most of them are vintage electronics. You've got the Mindstorms kits, the Power Functions, the EV3 kits.
And then I like your little window into the back offices here.
Yeah,
I think we'll be
so-
back there later on.
Yeah, that actually opens up, and you can kind of see our parts back there and our commission projects. So when someone's here, such as Steven, working on a commission project, you can look in and you can see him working on projects, but you can also see all the parts that we have. So if you need a part, we can go over there, get it for you, and bring it to the window and talk to you about it, make sure it's the right part.
It's kind of like a zoo where you can see Steven in his natural habitat.
Love that. Are
Very
those
nice, yeah.
like big commission projects? Is that something you guys do a lot of here? How does that?
At any given time this past year, we've had 5 in line
Wow,
to do.
that's
And right
great.
now we have at least 5, maybe 6, more than that. Some of them are small. Well, I can show you some when we get back there.
Mm-hmm.
Others are massive. So, more rare parts and individual parts for sale. Those are monorail pieces, obviously. Those are all for sale on our website. And then we got rock pieces down there. Those are some of the higher demand items.
Yeah. And then here you see this is what, some build better bricks stuff here.
This is B3 Customs. Jason, he's a good friend of our shops, and we have a good relationship. We like to sell all of his products that he has. These are all vending machines and arcade games that he does. and they sell really well. Those are all available on our website. And then let's not, I mean, this is a Lego store, and we do have Lego sets.
I mean, look at that, the Exoforce Mobile Devastator there.
That's awesome.
That packaging is fantastic.
Yeah. And then if you move that, we've got just a slew of sealed old Harry Potter sets back there.
Do you ever, looking at like how many copies you have of the Hogwarts Castle there, do you turn stuff away very often, or if somebody comes in the door, you'll try to find
anything away?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if we don't like it, because there's sometimes it'll smell like cigarette smoke, and how do you tell somebody it smells like cigarette smoke without insulting them? Giving them a lower price, maybe. Because it's almost impossible sometimes to get that.
I usually go, dude, how many packs a day you smoke?
And here's the
You're not afraid.
medieval marketplace village there, which is absolutely killer.
There you go.
We just got that one in.
Always fantastic. I also love to see some of the older, got the ships, some castle stuff represented there.
So we have the certified pre-owned stickers on our used sets that we inventory, and we'll see somebody inventorying sets here in a minute. This is an old pirate set. One of the challenges with the pirate sets is that the sails really get nasty. We've become almost expert at cleaning those sails and making them look brand new. And if you can see in there, the sails just look awesome.
Yeah.
So we don't even want to sell it if these certified pre-owned sets don't look new when you buy them. So we do our best to package it up.
These, now if we have the box, we'll put it in the box. And inside the box, that's how they're packaged up inside the box. They're not just thrown randomly in a bag.
You're trying to replicate a similar way to Lego.
So you can have the experience of building a new set without actually paying the price for a new sealed set. And you won't feel so bad about opening the box.
Now this is a new sealed flagship.
And you just wrap it to just protect the box, basically?
Yeah, so our price tag doesn't hurt the box,
gotcha.
and that when people pick it up, they don't mess it up.
Sure.
So
Some of these higher dollar items, I'm sure that's, you got to keep that in mind.
just really cool stuff. That's a brand new set.
I'm loving the Rock Raiders up top there as well.
Rock Raiders is brand new, sealed. The Adventures set's brand new.
This is the stuff that just blows your mind, to see sealed
I
stuff
love it.
like this when you walk in.
Look at these. These are little pirate chests, and that's a building kit, 1788, and it's extremely rare. They're very heavy. Do you remember ever seeing these?
Not when they were originally available, no, yeah.
We have a sealed one, and we have a
Okay.
certified pre-owned one.
Now, is stuff like that sometimes difficult for you to stock because maybe it's so rare and unusual that it'll sit there for a while and you really have to find the right customer for that? How does that work with some of those products?
Well, because we trade, it doesn't really turn, the expensive stuff doesn't turn people off because they'll just bring more stuff into trade. Because they get a really good trade value. If they're bringing in a retail set and it retails for $20, we're probably going to give them $20 in trade for it. And people, you've seen people hoard retail sets.
Yes.
A lot of people bring retail sets in and trade them in.
Everything we have here that is retail, we don't mark them up. It's the same price as retail. So you can go to Walmart to get it, you can go here to get it too, same price.
Yeah. So you have a nice variety of offerings. You've got the really old unique stuff.
Well,
you also
cool
have.
thing too about the older stuff is we're market price. We don't put a big hefty tag on it. We try to be competitive with our prices so everybody can have a chance to own a really cool set and not break the bank.
Very nice. And we move into some huge Star Wars stuff up top here as well. Sealed sets. And then we got my favorite theme of all time represented here with the Sheriff's Office, and the Western stuff, but then a whole bunch of older sets represented here.
This bad boy right here probably took one of our inventoriers a week to inventory. It just takes so long. You have to clean each individual piece off that's exposed because it usually gets a lot of dust on it. You got to make sure it's the right gray because a lot of these are the old grays.
Yeah.
But it's worth it because that looks awesome sitting up there.
Mm-hmm. And then we've of course had like the re-release of some of these sets here. You've seen some like Forestmen that have come back in recent years, so you get the older versions represented as well. And then I guess this is mostly your castle section.
This is our castle section, yeah. So we try to keep the minifigures and the sets and all the parts together in the same section.
Very cool. Which of the castle factions tends to sell the best here at this point? Is there a particular type that's harder to keep in stock?
I would say it would have to be the Black Falcons. Because they're coming out with modern Black
Such a
Falcons,
resurgence,
and it
yeah.
makes people want to get the old ones too.
And then what's in the cabinet next door here?
So this is our, what goes next after Castle? Pirates, right? So this is our classic pirate section. We've also got some adventurers in here.
Very nice.
Some very classic sets back there. Those are some old sealed studio sets. That's the kind of stuff we get in. We got, that's the Curse of the Pharaoh set. It's probably from, somebody will correct me, but probably from around 2000. So it's 25 years old maybe. And we probably have 30 of those sealed. And somebody will bring that in and they'll just get thousands of dollars in store credit and they'll go on a shopping spree.
Yeah, I remember. I'm the one that got those in. He got good money for it. Yeah.
No, that's super cool. Then everybody wins. So yeah, you guys get the products you want. Yeah, that's very neat.
We do have a Death Star here. That's online for sale. Everybody's always asking for that. And then we do have quite a few other castle sets up here, including a yellow castle.
We don't get those in too often.
Very cool. Some monorail up there.
Yeah. These are some really killer sets we have up here. I'm not going to go through each and every one of them. I think the camera can kind of see it. But they're all just absolutely awesome. This is one of the old studio sets. So you've got Steven Spielberg there, and then you've also got Spider-Man.
Who doesn't love some of the early Spider-Man? Yeah.
Here's one of the Spider-Man 2 sets with Doc Ock and Spider-Man. Those Spider-Man are just so classic. Now these are our own building kits that we were talking about earlier, like Slenderman and the animatronics bear.
That's a real cool minifigure right here, I think. That's really
Yeah. That one I think collects a lot of dust for the most part.
Not the porta potty. Not this right here. This one sells a good seller.
This, on the other hand, is a work of art.
This is Ed's a biker, so this is Ed's Build-A-Potty kit, and this is one of our best sellers. We've sold over 300 of this kit.
I love that.
There you go.
And we'll be at a convention selling these, and some random person, it could be a kid, it could be an adult, they'll come up and say, yeah, I'd like to buy 2 Ed's Porta-Potty kits. And it's like, why?
Because you're building a city, or you're making a mock, and you got a city. When you're building a city, you gotta have a porta potty. Well, how do
There you go.
Use the bathroom?
So we have a claw machine out on our front patio. It's a real claw machine, and it's called Ed's Biker Bash, and it's the most winningest claw machine in town. It's very easy to win. It's full of vintage toys and Beanie Babies.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that. I'll explain more of that later. But that's another big seller, Ed's Biker Bash kit.
Yeah, we have a claw machine set to the easiest settings, so anybody can win.
Very nice.
We do a lot of commission sets. So this was for the Glazer Children's Museum, so they could sell these in their gift shop. So this is a Triceratops fossil, and it's commemorating Big John, the world's largest Triceratops fossil, which they have right there at their store, at their museum in Tampa.
At any given time, how many new kits are you working on? Is this something you're doing a lot of, or?
Yeah, we like to roll one out every 3 months, about every quarter. It's a lot of work putting the kits together, so we can't do it too fast. We have tried to revitalize Bionicle.
Look at that.
So there's minifigure scale Rogue Dark Hunter. We have the green one and we have the brown one, using the real Bionicle minifigure heads. These were all designed by Steven Erickson, and they're just awesome looking. We've got the Fire Broa.
Yeah. Have Bionicle fans responded well to those and kind of trying to revitalize the theme a bit?
When they see them, it's not, there's a lot of Bionicle fans out there, but nobody's out looking for minifigure scale Bonkle Bugs.
The marketing is great, though. I think you've got that down.
Well, we've got a huge Bionicle offering. which we'll get to that Bionicle section in a bit. And we've got an employee that knows a lot about Bionicle. He's deep into
He's a
Bionicle.
bionicologist.
Yeah, it's a PhD.
Yeah.
Steven designs a lot of our own kits, and he likes to do the cryptids, I think they're called.
Yes.
So he likes to do Mothman, Slenderman. We've got the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, the Xenomorph, and these all sell really, really well. People like to have those. Those
Could
are
have
all.
sworn I had a beer with that dude at Sturgis. Mothman. That was him. It was him.
What is this company here with all the lighting kits?
This is light tailing.
Okay.
There's a lot of lighting companies out there, and they all seem to be about the same. We like light tailing because the boxes are nice. They come in these nice sturdy boxes and not like a little bag or anything. So they also tell you a lot about it and give you good instructions. We've never had any complaints with them. So we carry all of their lighting kits. And you can buy those on our website.
Perfect.
Just glancing back up here, we do have really good sets up there. We don't want to skip over those.
We got the sea cow over there. You didn't see that. The dinosaur set
Yeah.
in the corner.
I mean, that's the thing. There's just so much incredible stuff on every.
There's so much to see. There's Lego in the way. You can't see.
It's
all
why
Lego.
every video we shoot here is 3 hours long, because there's so much cool stuff to see.
Now we're getting into our classic Star Wars up here on the top shelf.
We got some great vintage Star Wars sets here. And this one here, that's kind of hiding back there. We actually have two. There's one in the box back there, Jango Fett Slave 1,
Yeah.
with figures, mint condition.
Very nice. Is this Ship in the Bottle signed by Jake Sadovich there?
It is.
Wow,
yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
Is the sign set something you guys try to do very often, or just if you happen to, somebody comes in the store?
If they come in the store, for sure. We have a lot of Lego designers that actually do come to the store.
Yeah.
But if they come to the store, usually they'll say, hey, I'll sign any of our sets, but you're not allowed to sell them for more money than it's retails for, if it's a retail set. Of course, this is not retail.
Right.
But so what we'll do is we'll do a giveaway on our socials, and we'll give the set away, and it's worth more money that way to us, and it's special to us that way. But this one actually came from a customer. They traded it in, and they didn't even tell us that he signed it. They just we have an online form. In fact, Joe's sitting here right now answering online forms. So you go to our website, fill out a trade form. Joe responds to you within 2 to 3 days.
He's either doing that or playing a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing something. He's doing something.
If he gets
over
off Fortnite long enough, he'll respond to your form.
Joe also manages our website. Joe, how long have you been here for? Like 6 years. 6 years. And Joe is our retail store manager and our online sales manager.
And I'm sure employees like that are essential for keeping it. I mean, there's just like so many different products that you carry here. Even though it's all Lego, you just got to have so much knowledge to keep something like this going, in the logistics of, bringing things in and out.
And you know what? Joe's worked here for 6 years. I've been here for 10 years, and I started everything, and I still learn something new every single day. I mean, Lego just doesn't stop.
Right.
It never stops. So we have a lot of the Dimension stuff. Surprisingly, the Dimensions still sells very well. I guess people are still playing it.
I don't know. That's bizarre to me.
Well, actually, I know they are, because they'll buy a stand, and sometimes the stand won't work, and we don't really have anything hooked up to test it with. So we'll have to send them a new one, because the one we sent them didn't work.
Okay.
So we know that they're actually using it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What is on top of the counter here?
While we're standing here, this is one of the props that we have for sale. We're in Yollywood. They're filming all the movies around here. We have a lot of relationships with the prop studios. In fact, we do a lot for the studios. So we get a lot of this stuff in. This is from Red Notice. It had Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. It had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, in it. Killer movie, but it came out during COVID. So this was the file they stamped at the end of the movie, and it was the Interpol file, and then we made Lego minifigures to display it with.
Very cool.
I think, Joe, is that for sale on our website?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, eventually all of our props will be for sale on our website. And then just kind of scanning down this aisle here, you got your typical creator sets. Got a Diagon Alley, B-Wing, but we have all these base plates for sale.
That is crazy.
And all those base plates are going to be on our website. And a lot of hard to find stuff.
It's always great to see good base plate selection since Lego doesn't do as much with those as they used to.
Oh, this chimney right here was in the first Lego Masters Christmas special. And then we had the fireman here, Steven,
Yeah.
and he signed our our fire hydrant.
Perfect. Some keychains, lots of creator sets here, 3-in-1s.
We are a Lego retailer, so we do sell brand new sealed Lego sets that are just out. But we don't sell a lot of them because the margin isn't high enough to justify trading with customers for, because they would trade in old used sets and get our brand new sealed sets that we just paid a lot of money for. So we do have some of the new sealed Lego sets and a lot of the old ones. This is actually our best-selling product right here, Build-A-Fig. And there's some really, really good parts in here. There's a stack of Harry Potter heads, the older ones from 2010.
So will you just kind of throw pieces in as like lots come in, or
Yeah.
yeah?
Yep. We wash them downstairs. We'll show you how all that works. But
Yeah.
we'll wash them and put them
Everything
in
on the Lego table and on the pick-a-brick table is sanitized. We go through everything. We don't like any type of foreign material in that stuff. So when you come here to pick brick, you're picking nice, clean brick.
That is fantastic. Yeah, and this is kind of like you said, much more accessible than a lot of the maybe older vintage, much more expensive sets that we've looked at.
This is our Lord of the Rings section. So we've got, it's hard to keep full because people are buying it all the time. But we do get it in quite often. And Joe does a good job keeping it stocked because it's Joe's favorite theme. Joe went to New Zealand last year.
He made the pilgrimage.
He made the pilgrimage and he did the tours and all
He
that.
got arrested. They pulled him out of the Shire.
Only one time.
We sold Smog. We had the dragon here.
Yeah, I saw
Oh
that.
yeah,
sold
we
the
just
mountaintop set,
we
too.
just had Smog. That must have been last week, huh?
It was.
No, this is great selection though. It's really cool to see themes like this represented with so much stock and
And
quantity.
we've got, if you just scan up there, we've got some really neat stuff. There's another Exo-Force set that's sealed, new in the box. Here's this really cool classic stables.
Yeah.
This one is a pretty neat set because it's the only one that came with that base plate. And that base plate's like close to $100. And then you've got, those came with the actual gold brick. You got one in that whole box. And then we've got some other super cool sets up there.
I love the
including-
ninja set up there. It's looking very nice.
That one's sick.
Yeah, that's a sealed set.
Very cool. So much incredible stuff. You got the like custom builds up there as well.
Yeah, that was quite a few of our custom builds are actually sets that you can buy instructions for online and then source the parts yourself through Bricklink. And we have a lot of people that do that, and then they trade the sets in to us. So we have a lot of those sets for sale, actually.
Look behind you.
This is where we keep a lot of our expensive minifigures or polybags or sets. These are all the Comic Con exclusive brickheads here. We've got a trio of Cloud City Boba Fett's.
Of course you do.
We've got prototype minifigures here. There are custom printed minifigures. There's an M&R Bricks exclusive
Zeb Aurelios.
Aurelios. The Lego 100 Lego stores. A lot of your Lego minifigures
Employee
that
business
are
card.
employee
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
cards. It's amazing how many we find in bulk lots. We
Really?
get a bulk lot of
Huh.
minifigures, and there's the employee name on it, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's one of my favorite things to find.
We had more C3POs of the chrome gold, chrome colors, but they sold. We had some really good
Those are
ones.
super cool
Yeah,
looking.
they're
Yeah.
really neat. I like the coins too. I really I've got my own set. I think they're really cool.
I don't think I've ever seen this Lego brand retail, was that managers conference minifig?
Zach. Yeah.
Wow.
In Orlando, Florida. That's a very rare one. That is 2016.
Is that a yearly thing they do you know? Or just, was that a one-off?
I don't know if they do it every year, but they have done more than one.
Okay.
Do you remember seeing the zombie Lego store employee?
Yes,
That
yeah.
was from the Dallas, Texas managers
Oh,
conference.
okay, gotcha. Interesting. It's hard to keep track of all the different.
Oh gosh, I know. This one over here is kind of interesting. There's nothing super special about it except the packaging. It was the wrap gift at the end of the Lego movie. They gave each person that worked on the film their own Lego set, and you build that Lego movie logo, and they put each person's name on it. So that was given to somebody named Linda.
Yeah, the customized stuff like
Yeah.
that is always really impressive.
Thanks for the set, Linda.
Yeah.
Is this map up here where people have visited
Yeah,
from?
this is one of the Lego world maps, and people put little studs on it where they come from. People come from all over the world to come here. We've had people that have told us, it's hard to believe, but they have told us that they've come all the ways from Greece, from Japan, from Australia just to come to our Lego store. And of course they'll make it a trip and visit other places while they're here.
This
it's-
one guy flew in from Switzerland. Although he's from Argentina, they flew in from Switzerland. They traded Lego with me, got back on the plane and flew back home, him and his son.
Okay.
I'm taking him at his word, but I thought, wow. Don't you want to see the zoo? Don't you? No, we got
The
we gotta go
aquarium
home.
is great. You know?
Yeah. We got to go home. So, all right, cool. Thanks for coming in.
That's crazy.
While we're standing over here, we might as well go in our
Yeah.
studio here. We do podcasts on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all the regular stuff. Google podcasts. We do once a week. We just do deep dives into Lego. You know, we also do a morning news show every Wednesday morning on all the socials. So we do all that in here. Mark Erickson, One Lego Masters, he does all of our social media, and we try to interact as much as we can. We have live building events, all that stuff. This really cool backdrop that you're looking at, and it's got the Lego logo up here. There's a movie called The Beanie Bubble, and it stars Zach Galifianakis, and it came out last year on Apple Plus, and they hired us to set up a Lego booth at a 1985 and a 1994 trade show, Toy Fair. And we had to go decorate that Lego booth with all the sets from that year.
Oh, nice.
So we did the first one in 1985, we did Space, and 94 we did Town, which was the Town monorail. And they made a backdrop for each one, and they let us have that backdrop at the end of the movie.
And if you look for a real quick second in the film, you can see the top of Chris's head in the back. See, I'm
They
just
did
kidding.
invite us to be in it, but we didn't want to have to stand around on set for the whole time. But this did make it in the movie. Both backdrops did.
Very cool. That's neat to
Yeah.
get involved in stuff like that. Yeah.
And then we've got some other store promotional stuff in here that we don't want to sell, like the dice from the Lego games, a lot of the banners, the ghosts are from the store.
I think it's cool that you kind of leaned into the content creation idea as well. So it's more than just the storefront. You've also got, bringing people kind of daily or weekly content as well online, since not everybody can make it into the store.
This is stuff we're never going to sell. The memories, man. It's memories. It's all going
Signed-
to Legoland.
There you go.
So when Mark and Steven won Lego Masters, their final build went down to Legoland, Florida, and they have it on display in Legoland, Florida. So we went down there to buy a giant collection, Lego collection, and we combined it in a trip to go see their model. So we got backstage passes and free tickets to all go to Legoland. And this is us on the roller coaster. There's Mark and Steven. And Ed and I sitting in the front with our cameras.
Look at Chris. Look at this one. Chris is really having a good time.
That's really the stuff people want right there.
Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to sell. Are we ever going to sell this stuff? Or, well, who knows?
And every year we give out employee trophies. So as we go around on the behind the scenes tour, after we look at the storefront, you'll see our little, we call them brickies, kind of like Dundee's. This was Ed's trophy 2 years ago. Ed got best butt. Yep.
And as you can see, the studs on the back of the minifigure. Yeah. Every day's leg day for me.
That is certainly something. Really glad you showed that to us, Chris. Thank you.
This is something new that we started doing. Everything over in this section is movie props. So you can actually look in and watch us filming in there. But then all of this is movie props. So these were actually the sets from that Beanie Baby Bubble movie that we did. These were made by the production crew, and they're not real Lego sets. They scanned the boxes. So this one, I think, yeah, that has a Fred Meyer price tag, but it's not real, it's just scanned in there. So they actually got permission from Lego to make these. So those are props they let us have after the movie. These are the same thing, more props.
License plates too from different movies. They're plastic, and the letters are raised, but these are all used in movies.
Yeah.
In cars that you see in the background. Everything you see that's on a car or that is a car has these plates on it.
So much stuff used in movies. Yeah, there's always.
So here's, for example, there's a Nebraska license plate, and it's from 2017. So that I know that was used in Stargirl, season 3, actually.
There you go.
Yeah. Other props we have, this giant monitor here is from Captain America Civil War. This is the monitor that Tony Stark watched his parents die on when Bucky, the Winter Soldier, did that to his parents. So it's pretty neat. It's got Russian writing on the side of it. It's actually massive.
It's a lot bigger than it looks when you come back here. Yeah.
Yep. We've got a lot of neat stuff in the case. This is Captain America, Steve Rogers' medical records it was in 2 movies. It was in the first Avenger, and it was on Tony Stark's desk in Civil War at the end of the movie.
How do you have any idea what to price stuff like this that's like, so, I mean, there's not really like, I guess, multiples of these things out there, so.
It's kind of hard. We do it based on what we paid for it.
Okay.
So that's just a safe way to do it so that we don't lose money on it, but you can also gauge it off what other props from other movies are selling for. There's a lot of online auction sites. Some things I would like to point out.
Yeah.
There's a room key from John Wick. There's a mug from Ant-Man, Pym Technologies. This is the mug that Tony Stark drank out of when Aunt May gave him tea when he met Peter Parker for the first time.
That's in the Civil War movie.
Yeah. There's
Very
a
cool.
suitcase from Deal or No Deal. We actually just sold that last night. There's a Stark Expo bottle. This is really cool. This is a prototype helmet made for Captain America: The First Avenger, and they dropped it on set and cracked it. And then they glued it back together, and Stan Lee signed the crack, and Chris Evans signed the crack. It's really, really neat. We have stuff from 007, Black Panther, Casino Chips. There's Happy's badge from Spider-Man No Way Home. There's some of Groot's room down there, and that's from Black Panther in T'Challa's quarters. I think it's obvious what this license plate is here.
Yeah. So do you find the movie props have brought in kind of like a new crowd into the store, like outside of your typical Lego audience?
They definitely
or?
have, and we started getting in movie props in trade already. And a guy brought in Lego sets to trade us and movie props. And it's like, this is great. I love it. It's so much fun. I mean, this helmet was from Grown Ups 2, and it's signed by Adam Sandler, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin James, Chris Rock, John Lovitz, David Spade, Selma Hayek. I mean, it's a pretty unique thing.
Right, right.
So we absolutely love the movie props, and I think
wanted to
they're
sign the
here to
helmet,
stay.
but Chris would have let me.
Yeah.
Your name just couldn't fit on the list there.
You guys will see this later, but we have a t-shirt printing room. We have a DTG t-shirt printer in the basement, and we make our own t-shirts. There's Ed swimming up there and getting ready to eat by Jar Jar.
Yeah, there's this thing I have with Jar
So we do all of our own designs. I made that one. That's a Lego Grateful Dead one. We put on a tie-dye, and these are all for sale at conventions and on our website and in our stores.
Super cool, yeah.
This is our Friends section, Lego Friends, and Disney Princess and Elves and all the mini dolls. We have every Lego Friends character out for sale, unless we've sold them.
That's an impressive collection there, yeah. Especially of Friends figures, which you don't see as often.
Yeah. And the Friends characters are really interesting. I mean, they really have made a lot. And if you're sleeping on Friends, you're missing out on a lot of neat stuff. Like these new space sets, those are really cool. There's a lot of really neat stuff coming out for Friends. They're getting more into the neutral colors, not just for girls, but kind of guys too can buy them. Like that big Unity Street, a lot of people are buying and putting it in with their modulars.
Yeah.
So, and that's Disney Princess stuff there. We've got all the old elf stuff here.
Which was a theme I know a lot of people loved, yeah. Very unique colors and cool pieces in there.
Yeah, they crossed the gender barrier with that one too, because the guys really like the dragons and the trolls. Of course, we've got Lego dots, and we do make our own jewelry as well. So we've got we call it blings. We have an employee that makes those. She puts gems on the Lego. We have charm bracelets and everything to go along and accessorize with your dots.
Nice. How do the dots sell typically? I know for Lego that's been a theme that I don't think is done as well as they'd hoped.
I think they sell pretty good because your price per part is relatively affordable, and we're not selling to everyday people that are buying retail Lego sets. We're selling to your big Lego fans, and your big Lego fans actually like the dots because of the pieces that you get, not necessarily for making the jewelry.
Oh, that makes sense.
Not just for weekend warriors.
Here's our Duplo section here.
And then lots of Disney, it looks like. And more Friends kind of in the middle section.
Now, I would say that the new Botanical sets are some of our best sellers. Everybody wants Botanicals. Somebody came in asking for roses today.
I know it seems like at least based from stuff online, the Botanical stuff has been very, very popular.
And you'll see we have sets pretty much everywhere.
Yeah,
on the top
I know. It's amazing.
And we did get roses in. We get them in on trade, and they go right out because it's such a new set. People love them. They really look good.
We were talking about the custom modulars. There's something we got in. They used the Mills plating, and they combined 2 police offices up there, at least 2.
And so that's essentially someone kind of selling you like a mock they've built, a custom build. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That was part of one where Ed actually went to Mississippi to buy that. A big city, massive city. It was, we have a cargo van. If the collection's the right size and we can work out the right price, then we will go pick it up.
Yeah. So it's worth it to you to travel somewhere and go pick that up. Yeah.
There's some poly bags that we have. It's just kind of a mix of poly bags.
Always good to have products like that available. Not everything has to be the big, expensive stuff.
Yeah. These are all relatively affordable poly bags, between $5 and $10 each, and some older ones too, like the Nexo Knights. Everybody's loving those Nexo Knights, right?
Absolutely.
We'll talk about our pick-a-brick while we're here. This is a huge draw. You'll see later in our sorting room in the basement, we sort out the Lego minifigures, the non-Lego, the plants, rocks, anything that'll break our wash bags, and then we just dump everything else. We dump a lot. Like, here's a piece to the Mystery Machine right there. A lot of really good stuff in here, and we try to keep this really, really full.
See, nice and overflowing, lots of selection to dig through.
And in fact, some of these drawers are even full down here. They're a pretty good deal. This is, you can fit 3 to 4 pounds in there, and it's $30. And you get to keep the container. We put a lid on it for you.
Yeah.
We also sell bulk Lego online. It's one of our biggest sellers online. We sell institutionally to schools and homeschool groups, and even a lot of people are buying bulk minifigures right now for weddings. It's a popular trend.
There you go. And I'm starting to see the start of your impressive Star Wars collection, which will take
Yeah.
very long.
This we could make the whole. If it was up to me, I'd make the whole store Star Wars. I mean, it is definitely the best seller. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
These are all built sets, and they're all. If you look at them, they're really good built sets in there. We've got one of the older ATTEs. We've got Jango Fett Slave 1 in there. The Star Destroyer on top.
That's what's cool is, yeah, there's unique, like, older stuff mixed in really everywhere. It's not just in one section. As you walk around the store, there's always more to explore and to see.
These are all of our Star Wars minifigures. They're separated by kind of faction. So you've got all your First Order here, your Stormtroopers here, Imperials, the Sith are all down here, Mandalorians down here. A lot to see with the minifigures. In fact, this aisle could be a little bigger because on weekends it just stacks up with people looking at them.
Is that a constant kind of concern, or like something you're thinking about in terms of how big the aisles are, and like should we widen a certain section if there's something that's more popular, or how you're going to lay this? Are you changing the layout of the store very often, or kind of once it's set like this, is that?
Well, if something's really popular, we have a lot of it, and it takes up a lot of space, and then the aisles get narrower.
Yeah.
But if you go to Walmart, Walmart has some pretty narrow aisles, and we're in code, and we're handicap accessible still, so. It's just a lot of people like Star Wars, and they love looking at the minifigures.
Sure, yeah.
In fact, we have to wash these cases all the time.
You got the kind of construction figures over here.
Yeah. I like the guys with hoods and masks and helmets. I don't really like the human faces. They're a little creepy.
Yeah, I think whenever they tackle anything at that scale, it's always a little controversial among fans.
Some of our more expensive sealed sets are in the case. That's for a few reasons. Like there's the Bark Trooper set, the classic one. There's one of the older Ayla Secura sets. They're very expensive, and when some unassuming parent or grandparent comes in here to buy something for their kid, as a present, they're always going to pick up that one set that's $200 for this little tiny set. And it's like, why is this store is so expensive? They're a ripoff. I'm leaving. And that's the only set they look at the price on. So we try to put those behind the glass also so that, the boxes don't get damaged.
Right.
And then the more affordable sets we try to put out on the shelves.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
If Lego sells a set for retail price, we sell it for retail price. We don't mark it up.
So you have all those sets over here then. Yeah, tons more sealed stuff.
Yeah, kind of like before. I'm not going to go over every single set. I mean, there's just a lot of them.
And then lots more built on this side in the middle cabinet areas as well. You can just kind of look all day, but it's very impressive. I like the light up Star Wars sign up there.
Yeah, those came from Toys R Us.
There you go.
And we do sell our fixtures that are in the store.
Okay.
I don't want to, so it's going to be the I don't want to sell a price.
Gotcha.
But if you ask, I'll give you a price on it.
So as we round the corner, what is this section?
So this is Marvel. And we've got another one of those Marvel Toys R Us signs up there. Then we've got a lot of the new sealed sets mixed in with some of our certified pre-owned sets and some more vintage sets.
Tons more minifigures on this side as well. Kind of like you saw with Star Wars, you get all your Iron Men, a lot of the ones they made a lot of over the years.
Mm-hmm. The Marvel minifigures sell extremely well. They go in phases. When Tony Stark died in Endgame, people were rushing in to buy Tony Stark. And it's interesting, too, because since they filmed the Marvel movies around here, if somebody's working on the film, they'll come in and they'll start buying those minifigures. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's neat. It's like a kind of a memento then for them. That's neat.
That, and I think they know it's going to go up.
Well, that too. Yeah, maybe it's more an investment at that point.
Yeah.
And then this is the DC side.
Yeah, we're
over
getting
here.
into DC there. Before we get into
Yeah.
DC, here's more of those contraction figures. These are some of the really weird ones from 2010, I think they were. But there's Captain America and the Hulk. These were really odd looking.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, you can tell by all the black that we're in the Batman section.
Mm-hmm. Things get very dark very quickly.
Yes.
But I love
And-
your just selection here. I mean, there's just so much for people to pick through, whatever they're looking for.
We definitely don't have as many sealed DC sets. It's this shelving unit here, and then we've got some more over here on this end cap. But they haven't, in the past couple years, they really haven't made a lot of DC sets.
Right.
Hopefully they make more, because I love them. You know what I could really use? Another Bat Cave. And maybe another Batmobile.
There we go. We haven't had
Yeah.
enough of those, that's for sure.
Maybe a UCS Scuttler.
Then we go into, I think, a very large section of Harry Potter here, right?
Yeah. Harry Potter has grown
I was going to say, when I
much.
was walking around here earlier from our last visit, I did not remember there being this much Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's awesome. We've got the oldest sets, the first sets they came out with from the first wave. We actually have quite a few of those. These are all our certified pre-owned sets here, but I'm sure that we have some sealed sets. That's a sealed set. And then more sealed sets in the cases here. We have some very exclusive sets, like that 21 Silencio set from the, I think that was in the Diagon Alley set. And then we've got some of the original Series 2 Harry Potter packs. And then there's Series 1 Harry Potter packs. Ron's car. Looks like it's stacking up.
A couple of those.
Oh, and all of our built sets, we get a lot of built sets in, and we just don't have room for them all. So as long as we have an overstock of built sets, they're 20% off all the time. So if you come into the store or you buy something over the phone, anything built that you see in the case is actually 20% off.
And that applies to all the themes throughout the whole store, or just this?
Every built set.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's already built.
Tons more minifigs over here. I like the wand section as well.
Yeah. That should probably be a little lower, because I don't think kids could see that.
That's true. And then you've got, I like the theming up here as well. That's really neat.
Yeah. It'd be nice to do that in every section, but we just don't have the space. Mm-hmm. So Harry Potter goes all the ways over to here, and then we also have some spillover sets on the wall here. And then we get into our other license themes. So you've got, this is all Jurassic World. Then we've got Lego Movie, Overwatch, and Unikitty sets here. And Lightyear and your various license themes are going to be right here. Toy Story, these are the more construction figures, the old Toy Story ones.
I remember when those sets came out, yeah.
Those are all sealed new. And then these are going to be your licensed minifigures here. So there's Indiana Jones, Scooby-Doo,
Pirates of the
of the Caribbean, Ghostbusters. And then all the sets for those are going to be in there too. So there's going to be a lot hiding in there. Like there's some old Pirates of the Caribbean sets. There's some of the old Prince of Persia sets, Lone Ranger, Indiana Jones, SpongeBob.
And then lots of Lego Movie next door here.
Yeah, we got the Lego Movie, we got the Simpsons down here,
Okay.
Avatar, The Office, basically any of your smaller licensed themes are going to be over here. And then Lego Movie just snuck in recently because we didn't know where else to put it. There's a lot for Lego Movie. I mean, they made a lot of characters.
I think it's easy to forget, especially with the second Lego Movie not performing as well. I think it's easy to forget all the stuff they did there.
And it's a shame it didn't because it was a good movie.
It was, yeah. I enjoyed it.
There's some really killer sets up here. We've got Big Bentley Bust Out from Big Ben. That's really cool. You get a lot of very neat Cars characters in that. And then some of the classic Indiana Jones. There's the first Temple of Doom
Love
set.
that, yeah.
And this is one of our certified pre-owned sets. You can see how we package them up.
I like how as we've walked around the store in different spots, you have the botanical sets in vases, so you can like see them, how they could be displayed.
Yeah. The botanical sets are awesome. I'm so glad they came out with those because it actually got my wife into Lego. After she's been around it for 15 years and has kind of like been annoyed by it. And now she loves it.
These magazines I've seen different places around the store. So what's the story behind some of these older Lego magazines here?
We get a lot of paperwork in. We get a lot of Lego magazines. We get the old club magazines.
It's from January of 2000, this one here.
Yeah, these are the old Mania magazines. And these are great add-ons to any collection. Imagine having that.
I know, the artwork is super fun.
The artwork is awesome on these. So we've put them in these nice cases and we're selling them. They're all in good shape.
I love that. That's very cool, yeah.
There's adventures there. So if you don't have something cool like this in your adventures collection, you don't have an adventures collection.
There you go.
You need that. Yeah.
It's what you gotta have.
Actually, these are not on our website. It would be nice to put them on eventually, but they're not right now. And then we have a lot of the VIP posters.
Okay.
And those are all throughout the store. We've got them for sale. Here we have our brickheads.
How do these sell typically?
They sell extremely well. People come in and they love to get them. They look so good. I'm not a brickheads fan personally, but they do look really good on display. Like this case looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bigger than a minifig, so if you're wanting to show your fandom for something, it's a little easier way to do that. The minifigs can be so small sometimes.
And we had a customer 3D print a Princess Amidala.
Oh, wow.
And that's pretty awesome.
That is super cool.
And then this is where we keep our sealed brickheads here. We've got a pretty good selection of sealed brickheads. This is our architecture section. So we have a lot of built architecture sets. We've got some really good ones. There's Falling Water right there.
Fantastic, yeah.
We've got a couple White Houses. Honestly, we probably have 100 White Houses.
Seriously?
A lot of them end up in our as-is sets.
Okay.
And then we have a lot that are in the box over here. This is the old white architecture set. And then we just have a lot of these are certified pre-owned. They're easy to certify pre-owned because they don't have minifigures. You don't have to worry about the minifigure condition. They don't have stickers. You don't have to worry about stickers being applied properly. And they're usually adult owned, and the boxes are always very nice. And it's just very easy to inventory them compared to a regular Lego set. They weren't played with.
Right,
you know?
right. That makes, just treated a lot better.
Back over here, we have our Cars section from, what is that, Pixar or Disney? Mm-hmm. Disney, Pixar. We have some sealed Lego movie packs for sale. Those are all on our website. Oh, these are some pretty classic sets here. We've had some old Space Police sets. And Alpha Team.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
One of my favorite bad guys, Ogle, is in there. And then pretty much all the Prince of Persia sets.
Some great animals and elements in those sets. I always love that.
This is our Technic case. We have some pretty unique Technic sets in there. We have a lot of the ones from the 80s and 90s. There's probably some from the 70s in there. And then we have like the Lego education stuff in there as well. This is our classic space section. We've got just a mix of all the classic space stuff. This is probably one of our best-selling cases. It's hard to keep it stocked.
Yeah, I mean, I think the classic space themes continue to be very popular, and certainly from what we see at conventions, there's people always building more with those.
And then here's another TV show prop. This was the carousel, the Ferris wheel from Lego Masters Season 2. I think we had rented it to the studio, and they brought it back, and we sold it. And then when we sold it, I was like, wait, that's from the TV show. I don't want to sell that. So they bought it, and then that customer traded it back in like a year later. And I was like, yes, we got it back. That happens a lot. I've seen, my son and I built a custom set. It was Nuketown from Call of Duty, and one of the cool classic houses. And we built it, we enjoyed it for about a year. We sold it, we got it back. We sold it again, we got it back. We sold it again, we got it back. Now it's in my son's room. So it's neat seeing the life cycle go around on Lego sets. Here's Nexo Nights. This is the one we make sure that we have the all-built sets 20% off sign on, so that we can sell some of these Nexo Night sets.
I mean, it's just such a popular theme.
Yeah. They do sell. There are some cool-looking guys in it, especially the bad guys are pretty neat, like Jestro. And then this is Minecraft starting to take over this case as well. No, Lego's doing so much with Minecraft. We actually had to move over to our set section. Just Minecraft kind of takes over this whole wall. This used to be Chima, Lego Movie, Nexo Nights, and you know, we're getting less and less Nexo Night sets, less and less Chima sets, less and less Lego Movie sets, and more Minecraft sets, which isn't a bad thing. We love Minecraft.
I think Minecraft is, remains extremely popular these days, so that makes a lot of sense.
We do have some great Nexo Night sets over here. All the big ones, Nightingale Castle, Jestro's Volcano Lair, the Fortrex, Jestro's Headquarters, all the best Nexo Night sets. And then more really, really cool Cars sets, like the Spy Jet Escape. All cool vehicles, nothing but vehicles in that one. Very neat. And then they did make some UCS sets for cars, and that was the Ultimate Build Francisco.
Interesting, yeah. So you forget about some of the stuff they did with some of those themes.
So we have a lot of older Minecraft sets and newer Minecraft sets. There's 3 Saturn V's. It's amazing how those turn color. They yellow so easily. Being a new set too, you wouldn't think it would turn color that easily.
There's a lot of white there, yeah.
Oh, this is a really cool one. This is, we were talking about Ogle. This is Ogle's Mountain Fortress.
It's got the missile in there.
This got a lot going on. You get a lot of the big ugly rock pieces. You get some really cool translucent rock pieces. You get a raised base plate, which breaks really, really easy. But it's only 431 pieces, and they gave you this big, big box all because of that base plate.
Yeah. This was the era of kind of big pieces, low piece count type sets.
This is kind of our classic Lego stuff, the really old stuff. There's the old, I think that was a Rolls Royce set 1909. That's a pretty rare one.
Yeah.
The original double-decker bus. That weird measuring tool is worth a lot of money for some reason. It's a rare piece.
This is almost like the museum portion a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. But it is all for sale. There's the old HO cars, and we have a lot more of those on display in another section. I love those old HO cars. Those are neat.
It's like a museum you can purchase from, which is fantastic.
Yeah. There's the Forma set back there.
Yes.
Some old keychains from Time Cruisers. And look at that big old 3D floor puzzle.
I saw that walking around
it's
earlier.
Western, your favorite
It
thing.
is, yes.
You could have that on your floor.
I wondered what that actually looks like when you put it. Have you guys put it together?
No.
Oh, okay, I've never seen it. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen that, so I was wondering like what exactly that looks like when it's all put together.
It's 3 feet.
Okay.
That's pretty big.
You gotta have a lot of space there.
Yeah. This is our Chima section. Our Chima figures are all in the case, and those are pretty well stocked, and I don't think we've stocked them for a long time, which means they're not selling very well. It's such a niche theme.
Right, right. It's not one of those that, you know, has had any resurgence or as, yeah, people have gotten back into, so. How does that work then with a theme like that that just doesn't sell as well? Will you, you know, just kind of sell out of what you have and then stop buying as much of it, or?
Well, we probably went 4 years without restocking our Chima figures, and it got whittled down. I mean, they sell, but very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Everything sells eventually, so we just don't put as much time or effort into it if it's a low selling product.
Yeah.
And here we've got a fantastic seller. We've got the Speed Champions, which I love these. I think everybody loves Speed Champions. And then we've got other racing themes kind of mixed in with them, like the old Speed Racer set back there. And we actually have quite a few of the Speed Champions box sets available. And a lot of old racer sets. These are all really neat.
Yeah, they've done some really cool stuff like that over the years.
Even the World Racer stuff was bizarre, but I liked it a lot.
Yes.
These are really cool sets.
I remember that now.
The bad guys looked awesome. That's Gator Swamp. The old racer sets, which was like, it's not micro scale, it's not minifigure scale, it's kind of like Matchbox scale. Mm-hmm. Same thing with these guys here.
A little bit of hidden side and video represented.
Yep, in the back corner of the store. We actually have a lot of hidden side stuff. This is the hidden side case here.
Okay,
Hidden
gotcha.
side still sells really well, along with Monster Fighters. Monster Fighters is really nice.
Monster Fighters had some really cool minifigs. Yeah, I think people still like that.
And then our Bionicle section is extremely popular. We used to have both of these cases chock full of Bionicle. All this was Bionicle sets, and it's hard to keep in stock. It sells really well. We have a big Bionicle fan in Garrett that works for us, and he keeps us really well stocked with Bionicle. He's probably down there right now working on Bionicle.
So how does that work with the employees then? If you get like a bulk lot in, will you kind of have the employee that has maybe like a specific area of knowledge look at those, you know, specific sets from a bulk lot, and then you can kind of have each person that knows what they're looking at and identify quickly? Or
Yeah,
how does that typically?
Yeah, for sure, yeah. They'll anything Bionicle goes to our Bionicle bar in the basement.
Okay.
We might have the only basement that has a Bionicle bar.
You might have the only Bionicle bar anywhere.
There's Mixels over here. This is our city section. It's a pretty big section. We sell a lot of Lego City sets. We did skim by our board game section. We got a great selection of board games.
There was some really cool stuff they did with those. Yeah, there was some neat designs and.
The Creationary set is one of our best sellers. It's really, really good. Mm-hmm. People love playing that game. I enjoy it. I played all these with my kids. They all came out around 2008, 2010 when my kids were young. We have a lot of city sets. These are all, there's vintage sets, the old Forest Police Station, there's remote control cars here, and then we've got brand new city sets as well. So it just really runs the gamut. We kind of have everything for city. To me, it's not that fascinating.
But it's a great selection still.
Yeah.
And I mean, city is one of those themes that I'm sure people are always coming in and wanting more city products.
And we have some really cool old city sets, like that Shell Station up there is absolutely fantastic.
See some agent sets. Is
Yeah.
that all sealed up there?
These are all Ultra Agent sets,
Okay.
and they're all sealed. I had no idea we had that many. Actually, there's one of the older, not Ultra Agent sets, the old Agent sets.
Is that an easy thing to happen in the store where all of a sudden you realize, oh, we've gotten in like a huge quantity of a certain thing? And
It could happen overnight.
Right.
And I come in the next day and it's like, whoa, where did that come from? And that's what just happened here with that. We must have gotten those in recently. And then these are like the older minifigures. They're actually kind of hard to keep in stock. The old Agents minifigures, the Alpha Team figures. They're relatively affordable for vintage Lego.
and cool prints and things. So I think that especially for
Yeah.
kids, I think you get some figures that you can do a lot of action with. So that's
Yeah.
neat.
This is our CMF case. We've got all the series starting from Series 1, wrapping around all the ways in this case to Series 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
There you go.
And then the other series are going to be around the corner here. These are the newer series that spilled over. We don't have room for another case like that. Got a lot of blind bags for sale. I don't let employees touch them. I don't let customers touch them. I've got all these signs that say no feeling. Because we sell a lot of these online.
Okay,
People
gotcha.
buy the individual packs.
And they're buying them blind, like they're
Yes,
not buying
no
a specific
feeling.
one. No idea.
If you want
Okay.
to feel them, go to Walmart. Go to the Lego store. Go anywhere else. If you want a true mystery, buy them online from us.
There you go.
Before we get into this
Yeah.
fun section, let's go over to Ninjago here. This is all Ninjago, except for the newer
Another
ideas
theme that
sets.
continues to grow quite a bit, I would
Oh
imagine.
yeah, look at the figures for Ninjago.
Wow.
We haven't restocked them lately. Both of our Ninjago guys went off to college, and we need a new Ninjago guy.
So are you
yeah.
submit your resume if you're a Ninjago expert?
Yeah. But Ninjago is the figures and built sets are here, and then all of our sets are here for Ninjago. And we've got some great Ninjago sets. We saw some good ones over there. We just sold Ninjago City, but we'll probably get another one in sometime this month. So if you go to our website, you can hit the notify me button and be notified when something comes back in stock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and people use that all the time. So like, let's say we get a really rare Ninjago set in, and once we put that in inventory, the email goes out to whoever has it. It might sell like immediately.
I love the systems you guys have built up like that in recent years to really just give people the opportunity, especially the stuff online that you do now. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we could afford to be in business if we didn't sell online. That's since you guys were here last, we probably have like Ed said 10 times more stuff. It's actually like 1,000 times more stuff. Yeah.
That's so neat, though.
We
Yeah.
have millions of products on our website. Mario, all of a sudden, has a big section in the store. There's so many Mario kits. We've got brand new Mario sets all the ways to the first series, and they're very popular. And then we have a lot of built Mario sets here, along with a lot of the minifigures. That's another, it's hard to restock those. They sell very quickly. A lot of people don't consider these minifigures because you build them, but they are considered minifigures.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Is your double daily bugles up there?
Yeah, and I'll show you when we go down in the basement. James Jonah Jameson, we got his office scene from No Way Home, and we got his whole bulletin board that's behind him. We got the entire bulletin board, so we have that down in our basement. We'll show you that. This was probably here last time you were here. It's an old castle that I built with my kids 16 years
There
ago.
you go. It's always cool to have
Just kinda
custom stuff,
keep it
though.
for nostalgia. Mark and Steven are both castle guys, and they want to take this thing apart and rebuild it so bad, and I won't let them. These are some of those custom modulars we were talking about, where you can buy the instructions online and source the parts. Look how detailed those are.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it would be to source all those parts from Bricklink yourself? Somebody did a lot of work and then traded them in.
Interesting.
So those all wrap around to the side. We also do have the instructions for them, and we provide USB instructions with them. This is our fun city here that we have on display. This is Avengers Age of Ultron with a Galactus thrown in.
Oh, look at all the
And
lights
you
and
push
everything.
the red button and the train starts going around the city. Every season we change the train out. That's a spring season because we're excited for spring.
There you go. I love all the lights you've incorporated, though. That's cool.
It's a good way to show off the lights. They're so easy to use. So the train goes around and the lights light up for 30 seconds, I think, before they turn off. So I'll have to turn them back on. Somebody that works here likes Jersey mics, so we got a Jersey mics, custom Jersey mics in there. We built all these buildings ourselves, just kind of like as a homage to things we like, such as Fabuland. There's a tiny little Fabuland building there. There's Ed's Pawn Shop, because Ed is such a interesting guy. Here, I'll turn the light back on. There's a billboard for our podcast that we do every Saturday now, actually. This is downtown Noonan, the town that we are in here. This is the courthouse in downtown Noonan. And they have filmed a lot of movies there. They filmed hundreds, but some of the big ones were Jumanji, House with the Clock on the Walls, and Hunger Games recently.
Cool.
And of course, all the Walking Deads. This is a really neat one here. This is Wizard of Oz. And we've got a hot air balloon that goes around on that.
That is really neat, yeah.
It's the Emerald Palace with the yellow brick road out front. And then this is Sherlock Holmes's. We did that. It's Baker Street, Sherlock Holmes. And these are actually all for sale. We've sold this city, everything we've had in the city at least one time. And then we'll ship it to you. A lot of people buy them over the phone and we ship them out.
Nice.
These are all your brick arms that any good Lego store has to have. All the brick arms weapons packs. We sell the weapons packs and the weapons individually on our website as well. This is Battle Brick Customs, the military stuff that Lego won't make. This is a great seller for us. Battle Brick makes the individual kits, and then they make the figures as well. And I like these a lot because they're reasonably priced. They're kind of scaled down a little bit, so that he takes cost into consideration.
Yeah.
Because the custom Lego kits can get really expensive. And for custom minifigures, we only sell custom minifigures that are made out of 100% real Lego, or they have 3D printed parts on them. We sell Big Kid bricks, and we sell Clone Army customs. So what you're looking at there is a mix of Big Kid bricks figures and Clone Army customs figures.
Very impressive stuff. Of course, more sets on the top shelves as well.
All around the store, yeah.
It's an impressive pirate ship collection up there.
Yeah.
What is this down here?
So this is really interesting. So Chris McVeigh is a Lego set designer.
Yeah.
He did the Birds of Paradise bouquet. He did the brick sketches, the police station, and the Atari. Before Lego hired him, he was making his own kits, and these are all his own kits that he was making. We got these in a big Lego collection. They're really neat, and they sell pretty well too, surprisingly, because nobody really knows what they are.
Right.
But the instructions are there, and then the stuff on how to make them. So
Yeah,
those
Chris's stuff is amazing.
So those are kind of vintage, nostalgic things.
It's interesting to think about a market like that for kits made by a current Lego designer before they hired him, and how that can kind of come full circle.
That's really neat. Yeah, it is very cool to think about it
Yeah.
that way. That's where Lego designers come from. You know, they were designing something before Lego hired them. Here's a swing door to go behind the counter, and that's a movie prop that says restricted area, employees only. Here's Vogan's desk back here behind the train station. Vogan, how long would you say you've been working here for? On and off, over 10 years? Yeah. Vogan does our conventions, so he goes and sets up at Brick Fair, Brick World, and then all the Brick Fan Expos. Vogan also is helping us set up our Orlando store, and gonna go down there and work in Orlando starting next month for a few weeks at a time so they can get trained and set up. Vogan also does a lot of our short videos with the trade-ins because he does a lot of our trade-ins.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
This is a good time to mention the Orlando store. So, you know, if people, any fans watching from Orlando and down in Florida, you have a new store opening down there. If people haven't heard about that, what is the general timeline looking like there for when they can check that out?
So it should be opening in March of 2024.
Okay.
So March of this year, we're talking about a month away. Vogan and I were just down there last week, and we got a lot of work done, and we're so close. So close, we can taste it. So if you go to Orlando, you'll probably see Vogan down there.
Very cool. It's great to see you expanding and bringing, you know, this incredible brand and selection of Lego sets to other parts of the country.
The Orlando store is going to be entirely different than our store here, but potentially way better because they're bigger. They're going to have a bigger space. So this is our train section. So we've got all the train sets on the wall back there. And then our train track in the case here. This is a custom train crossing kit we make because Lego doesn't make train crossings anymore. We've got the old 9-volt motors. We've got the bumpers, the turntables, the train bogies, some older train kits, and something we started doing recently. Let me get something out of here.
Yeah. One
of our employees' husbands is an electrician. And we take the old 9-volt cords and he refurbishes them and puts a new silicone-coated cord on so that they don't rot. So he's actually taken all these train cords, including the train connector piece for the 9-volt system, in which they're almost always rotted. And he's putting a brand new cord on them and refurbishing them, making them like brand new. So he just started doing that, and we're selling them on our website.
Very cool.
And they're selling very well.
That's a really neat idea, very unique, yeah, to take something like that and help preserve it. See some more base plates here.
Yeah, we got more base plates here. These are some good old vintage printed ones. And then over here, we've got all of our Clone Army Customs, Big Kid Bricks, and Brick Arms individual items. They're kind of hard to display because there's so many of them. These are all your Clone Army Customs helmets. These are all your Clone Army Customs backpacks. And we keep them in the back. So if somebody buys them, we go in the back and get them. These are all the pauldrons. These are all the Brick Arms individual weapons. And these are all the Big Kid Bricks individual weapons. Then we got our animals down here. All these cases is all Lego animals.
Love that selection, yeah.
And then we've got our seasonal case here. I think the Chinese New Year is just wrapping up maybe. So we got the Chinese New Year and then the Easter stuff out for sale.
So this just rotates through depending on the season typically here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so the last thing we had up here was Christmas. And I think that just about wraps up the retail portion of our store tour.
It's a tremendous amount.
Do you guys, let's go in the back room and then we'll go in the basement.
Yeah, let's do it here. A little behind the scenes look.
So this is Joe's desk. This is where Joe does all his work. He's kind of in a position where he can
Sit there.
Yeah,
Let
more
Joe sit
authentic
down.
that way.
Right,
Thank you.
yeah, here you go.
So Joe's working on pricing sets right now.
Yeah.
This is one of our sets that we just got done inventorying. So it's got our certified pre-owned sticker on it. It's the Quickie Mart. So Joe has to price that, put it online, and
There's
put
only
it out.
one set there now, but lots of times there's like 20 sets that
Okay.
pile up here before I get to them. It's just, the girls get them out really quick. So.
Jocelyn, how long did this take you in hours, do you think?
Probably less than 4.
So about 4 hours to inventory this set.
It's a big set.
Yeah.
And that's a professional. Jocelyn's,
Very efficient
Jocelyn's
employees.
about as good as it gets, yeah. Anything else cool you're working on, Joe?
Getting these mugs online, we have a couple of cool ones like that. But this is one that you're really excited about as well that we're going to put online soon. This is a sealed bag from Watto's Junkyard, and it's got Watto in there. So you can see the parts for him. So
There you
we'll
go.
sell this as a minifigure variant, basically, sealed and bagged. That's as new as you can get it.
Yeah, I'll say. Here's some cool movie props we've got back here too. These are the gloves, Shocker's gloves from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
And then they made the Shocker minifigure, you know, so we got the minifigure displayed with it. This is the license plate from National Lampoon's Vacation. It was the first National Lampoon, so Chevy Chase's license plate. This is a plate from the Titanic, from the movie.
Very cool.
Over here, we keep our parts for Clone Army Customs, Big Kid Bricks, and Brick Arms. So they're all in here. So this is Brick Arms. Anything that begins with the letter T through X is going to be in there. So that's how we can find them easy. And we keep other things like that over here. These are all keychains. These are all Friends characters. And then these are quickly accessible bulk minifigure parts that we can access if a customer wants them without having to go to our storage room.
Yeah. Have you spent a lot of time over the years kind of making these systems more efficient as we look more behind the scenes? Do you feel like you've hit on a good spot now in terms of how the product moves around?
Yeah, great question, because it's every day. It really is every day. There's always a better way to do things, and I'm always looking for that better way, and I'll always take advice too. This is our cubicles here where we work. This is Daniel Netty's desk. He's one of our set designers. He does a lot of our digital work. He responds to a lot of messages. We get hundreds of messages every day. This is one of the kits he designed recently for a company. They gave this away at their Vegas trade show.
Oh, nice.
They are an Israeli cybersecurity company. This is another kit here he just
I love
designed.
this. I'm a big fan of the
That's the
Skyline
Atlanta
set,
City
so that's
Skyline.
super cool.
And that's going to be an Atlanta BrickCon exclusive this weekend at the Atlanta BrickCon show.
Oh, very cool, yeah.
This is another project he's working on right here. You can see his notes and everything. It all looks very official. So that's Daniel's desk. This is Randy's desk. Randy manages our back end. She manages animals and friends as well. She also does, she does pretty much a little bit of everything, but she also does our t-shirts, which is a big deal. This is Jocelyn back here.
Hello.
Jocelyn is inventorying. What are you inventorying there?
The Ewok Village.
The Ewok Village. That's going to be a popular
That's a
one, I
good
think.
size set, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What's your favorite sets to inventory?
Probably architecture. They're the easiest. There's no stickers or minifigs, so
I think we've heard that before.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been working here for?
over 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we do actually short videos with what's Jocelyn working on now, to put out there like, hey, this is what we have coming up in the pipeline. This is actually what we have coming up in the pipeline right here. These are
There's
all
a lot.
sets. This is only the better stuff. We have a whole warehouse full of Lego sets that we're not ever going to get to, I think. But yeah, there's some good ones up here. That's an older Star Destroyer, an older clone turbo tank.
I'm loving some of the older stuff down here, like the lunar lander.
Yeah, we've got a monorail here, and this is all stuff that we've looked at. We think it's all there, so it's worth inventorying. If it's missing any more than 5% of its pieces, it's not worth inventorying. It's not worth paying somebody to spend the time looking for parts.
And since I know the question that most of the people watching the video are asking, yes, there is time cruisers here as well. I know that's a very popular theme.
Yeah. I was wondering where you're going with that. Okay. Now you can tell what the popular themes are to inventory. The Star Wars sets, they usually sell pretty quickly when we do them, but so do the older space sets. Like that'll sell probably in a week after we inventory it. That's the Explorians. Yeah, we've got some really cool sets here. And if you look on our wall here, these are our sorted parts that we use for commission building. If somebody comes in the store and they're like, hey, I need a black 1x6 brick, and that's all you need, take it. Here, you just have it. It's not worth even ringing you up on the register for. If you need more than one, then yeah.
Right.
We'll charge you for it. But this is where we get our parts for building, replacing parts if we need them, and commission building. Now, we have brand new parts that we sell on our website, and those are all down in our basement. So these are all in alphabetical order by Bricklink. So we've got A through P, and then P all the ways over to Technic down there on the end. So if you look at this is projectile launcher.
This is the armory here.
Anything that shoots a projectile or a projectile itself. These are propellers, anything that's a propeller. Panels here.
And this is all for your
very popular.
commission projects then?
This is just, yeah, this really isn't for sale.
Okay.
It's just for our commission projects and parts that we need. We also, our commission builders find it easiest to build by color. So they'll pull out a color sorted drawer and sort. So this is all dark blue. And that's, dark blue is a relatively rare color, so that's a lot of dark blue.
Yeah.
Also, when our inventoriers need parts, I'll see Jocelyn over here looking in here if she can't find it over there. Sand green, old light gray, good stuff. Some of your more rare colors here. This is absolutely fantastic for building. If you ever build anything, you know that you need access to parts. So these are some of the commission projects that we have going on right now. You saw some blueprints on Daniel's desk. He's building, this is gonna be a kit. We're actually making 60 of these kits. So they're gonna have the instructions and everything. It's for a retail chain, and this is one of their retail stores that they're commissioning us to build. Here's some of our small cryptids that Steven likes to make. We've got a Yeti and a Bigfoot, and we'll be coming out with those kits later this year. So this is the design phase, and this is how that kind of works. Steven designs it. Daniel turns it into digital instructions. I order the parts, all off Bricklink usually. If we don't have the parts already in our own Bricklink store. And then we work on the packaging, and it's usually, Steven just finished up with the design, so these we won't roll out for another 2 months probably. Takes a long time. This is gonna be one of our own building kits that you guys are seeing it first. It's never been anywhere. This is the biggest, highest end building kit we're ever gonna make. Well, we've made to date. It's a Roman temple.
I love that. Very cool.
And it's got Poseidon statue on the inside. And hopefully I don't break it, but it opens up. And it's got your waterways down here for the fountain, to make the fountain go. It doesn't really work, but just so that it's as realistic as possible for you. And when we finish it, we're gonna come out with really professional packaging, good looking boxes, and it's going to be really expensive. But we're only going to make about 50 of them, and we're going to have custom minifigures with it.
Brings back good memories of us exploring Rome with Mark Erickson before
Yes.
Scareback one year. We flew over there with him. That was a great time.
I could imagine. Yeah. This is a commission project we did. So the guy basically said, I want a classic yellow castle, but done modern style. So this is what he got.
It's incredible. I think you knocked it out of the park. Do you get prompts like that are pretty open-ended, a lot like that, or is it more specific normally?
It's usually pretty specific.
Okay.
This was one of the more artistic liberties. He knows that Mark and Steven are both castle builders, and they could give him all the direction they want. They could do something better on their own, you know. So Steven has worked on this for a few months now.
It's a very cool model.
In between other projects. And then this is going to be for Orlando. We have a lot of space down in Orlando, and something really, really cool is going to go on this, and I'll probably bring it down in 2 weeks. So
is the plan with the Orlando store to have a lot more space dedicated to sort of permanent displays like this and like custom layouts?
So Orlando, we have more space down there, more retail space, and the ceilings are super high. It's like a warehouse ceilings. So we already have set up, we were down there last week, and we set up these giant mocks and giant displays. So when you walk in, you're just going to be like, wow.
That's spectacular. Can't wait to check that out.
This is that window that you could see from the outside. It opens up right here, so if somebody wants parts from out there, we just open up the window and we can quickly access the parts from right here.
The little drive-through Lego window. I like that.
You can also see Steven or anybody, Daniel, working on commission projects back here. Sometimes they're top secret projects for like a corporation or something, and we have to put a curtain up there.
Gotcha.
This is Lorelei's inventory desk, and she works on all the big Star Wars sets. So this is one she's working on next, Star Destroyer. I don't know why she likes the big sets, but that's what she does. Somebody's got to do it. This
Love to
is
see all the tiles and everything.
This odd thing here. This is from Bad Boys for Life with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. This was the set deck for it. In the movie, Will Smith is driving the motorcycle and Martin Lawrence is shooting this machine gun, you know? But we can't sell it because it doesn't have an orange tip on it, saying it's not a real gun. So we have to put a permanent orange tip on it in order to sell it. And then these are items we're identifying from Spider-Man No Way Home. They were part of James Jonah Jameson's bulletin board. So pretty neat stuff.
Yeah.
This was James Jonah Jameson talked about BioBugle. It's an energy drink or something like that, and this is his concept art for it that he drew, and this is a new logo for the Daily Bugle that he drew.
Now, does a lot of this stuff come directly from the studios around here, or is this like people that have gotten this stuff of working on various movies and then they bring it into the store?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're in that area of the country, so it's just all
There's
all
so
around.
much of it, yeah.
There's a lot of it around, yeah.
Keep moving through here. There's always more rooms.
This is our shipping room, and this is Justin.
Hello.
Hi guys, I'm Justin.
Justin's our shipping manager.
Yep.
He's wearing one of our Cloud City Boba Fett hoodies
Yes, I
that we
am.
sell.
Yes, I am. And what do we?
Justin likes to bring show and tell items to work.
Oh, what do we have here? Look what's behind your ear. He does that to me all the time. But yeah, sorry. I've had him since I was 9 years old. So
Very cool.
Got him in today because Chris told me to.
Yeah. When else
cool
did you bring him in?
Every other day.
Yeah. No, when we hired Justin for the interview, he brought his Cloud City Boba Fett in his pocket.
Yeah.
And he pulled it out during the interview, and we were like, "You're hired."
Set it on the table.
That's how it
I think my work here is done.
Yeah. Yeah.
We give out the Bricky Awards every year. Do you want to tell them what yours is?
Yeah. This is me, Justin Lee, most likely to ship his own Cloud City Boba Fett by mistake.
Very specific awards. I
Might
like
happen
that.
today, because I brought it in. So.
How many shipments do you ship out a day?
Probably 30 to 50, I would
Okay.
say, yeah.
So is this everything that people buy online comes through here then? Or do you have multiple?
Well, most everything comes from this store.
Okay.
We have our Orlando store that Joey ships from down there
Okay.
for us. I ship things from up here, and we have some things stored at the Brick House, at our warehouse.
It's a warehouse that we
Yeah.
call the Brick House.
Yeah.
These are all poly bags that we give away with every order.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, $50 and above.
Yeah, I think that's right. And yeah, they're a mess because I had a bunch. They're a lot cleaner now. But yeah.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks guys.
And that's it for upstairs behind the scenes. You ready to go downstairs?
Absolutely.
right.
Let's keep checking it out. I love this. It's so cool to see more of how a large-scale operation like this. How many employees do you typically have in the store on an average day?
15 maybe.
Okay.
So we're behind the register now. It's getting a little noisy. I'm sorry. Looks like we do have a trade coming in. This gentleman's got some built Star Wars sets. Looks like a sealed X-Wing and a whole bag of good minifigures.
Is that pretty typical of kind of what an average,
pretty
maybe
typical,
a mixture
yeah.
of built and sealed sets, or just some of everything? Yeah.
Absolutely everything.
Okay.
Yeah, we've gotten, today alone, we've had over 100 sealed sets come in. Discontinued too.
Very cool.
This is Ben back here. Ben, how long have you been working for?
About 3.5 years now.
And you are a senior in high school?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. You got to start them young, you know?
Yeah, well, Ben's older brother worked here, and he's now getting ready to graduate college, and he's already married. This past year we had 3 employees, or four former employees get married. So it's fantastic. Ben, as we get the stuff in, the used sets, we put it all right here. And Ben goes through it all and processes it all. And Ben is a Lego expert.
Yeah, I deal with all kinds of different themes and sets. So you see, we've got a lot of Star Wars, some speed champions, a lot of different themes over here.
And so by processing, what all does that involve, really? Especially dealing with like so many different themes.
Yeah, so if we get something in that's like completely built, a lot of times we'll clean it up, maybe fix up, add a few pieces, put it out in the cases. Maybe if we have a lot of a set and maybe it comes with instructions, then we'll as-is it. And I think y'all have seen those already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then maybe it's an older set and it has all the instructions, maybe a box. We'll inventory it and then we'll make it a certified pre-owned set. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
So this one, the Mos Eisley Cantina came in yesterday. It had all its figures on it. We took the figures off, so we'll sell them separately, and we'll put this out for sale by itself. Those are as-is sets here. They're all going to go down to the basement. It looks like a complete set with instructions, and that's all bulk Lego that'll go down to our sorting room in the basement. Now let's go in the basement.
Okay. Head on down.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. Thank you.
Garrett, can you show us the Bionicle bar?
I think I can. Let's go ahead and do it.
Let's check it out. I heard about this Bionicle bar earlier.
Garrett's our Bionicle guy. He looks like your typical Bionicle guy here.
Now, Chris, what do you mean by that?
Is this the world's only Bionicle bar?
This might just be the world's only Bionicle.
So let's start over here. We've got, if you look over there, we've got the Bionicle bar sign.
This is our custom sign to let you know where you're at. We have, different TOAs on a draft today at the bar. But this is where all the Bionicle processing happens. Anytime we get a trade that has Bionicle in it, it will come downstairs into this area, and this is where I get to play. So we do everything here from, sorting out instructions. This is all bulk that has to be sorted. Over here is stuff that has already been cleaned, ready to be sorted through. And we go through these, and we'll pull out, you know, any like expensive masks, any expensive exclusive parts to sets, and those get set aside. But this is also where our Bionicle bulk comes from. Anybody who can order it online will dig out of here. Every half pound we offer comes with a free mask in it. So this is all the clean stuff. We have different sorted out bins here full of different parts. This is just one of our mask boxes.
And you know how popular those masks can
Tons
be.
of goodies in there.
Oh, yeah.
So all of these slowly get added to the website.
What's the best thing that anybody's found down here?
Best thing somebody's ever found. There was a, it wasn't too long ago, I think it was a little bit before I started, that somebody was able to find a white metal Krana down here. And for those that don't know what the Krana are, I've got one somewhere. Yeah. So there are these little rubber masks like this, but there were 5,000 of them that were made in a white metal, casted white metal. And they run about $2,000
Oh
each.
my.
And somebody found one of those down here, and I mean, that's probably one of the rarer things down here besides the pearl gold Mask of Life that we've found. So there's always treasures and goodies down here.
Yeah.
Always, always.
Very cool. I love this unique setup you have
Yeah.
here.
I would say, I mean, you know, these are, you know, some of our most popular masks, so we keep those on standby. Instructions for building sets. We have 3 bins over here that are the archives that are just all Bionicle instructions.
Okay.
Those are all sorted out by year and numbers. This is kind of where I keep things that are coming in to be worked on. They'll start at this shelf and move across to over there to where they go back upstairs. So it's a big process down here. There's a lot of it to still go through. I think it was before I started, there really wasn't anybody doing it for a while, so we just accumulated a good amount. So I've been here for a little over a year now, and we've gotten things somewhat organized and starting to get a little better.
There you go.
So definitely selling a lot more Bionicle now, I feel like.
Well, thank you.
Definitely
Impressive
trying to get more
operation.
into
Awesome work.
And if you come back here, you can see our Duplo bar.
Yep.
Give John a chance to work through the maze of aisles here.
Nobody's really passionate about Duplo, so it's just kind of gets stuck back here in the corner, and underneath the stairs back there, it's just all Duplo back there. Here, I'll turn the light over.
I think the employee you had who was passionate about Duplo is stuck back there, actually.
So this is our Duplo bar, and we really don't do anything with it. We've got great figures down here and animals, just waiting to, look at all those Cars characters. Yeah. Just waiting to be played with. So when we find the right person that has time to work on Duplo, we'll create our Duplo bar.
Will you hire people specifically because of their knowledge on a theme sometimes, or is that not a big factor in kind of bringing
No,
in?
it's not a big factor.
Okay.
Yeah, just quality employees is the number one thing. We are successful because of the good employees that we've hired. It takes so many people to make these gears turn that you know, if somebody's not here, somebody else is trained to do their job, and they're qualified to do their job. Like, we have lots of experts. So Garrett, when he goes on vacation, I'm the backup Bionicle guy. I come down here. We sell a lot of bulk Bionicle, and only Garrett and I can package up our bulk Bionicle because we know not to put a $2,000 mask into that bag.
Makes a lot of sense.
But our employees really make it happen. So we're looking for a good employee that's passionate about Lego. And then from there, it's whatever they're good at or show an interest in.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be good at something if they're not passionate about it. So, like, nobody's passionate about Duplo. We'll wait, and eventually we'll find somebody that's passionate about Duplo. We're looking for somebody passionate about Ninjago now, too.
Cool. Yeah. So if somebody's watching this, and maybe this store or the Orlando store possibly, are you always interested in hearing from?
For sure,
them? So,
yeah.
So definitely reach out if you're interested and you think a Lego store like this would be a cool place to work.
We have an application online you can fill out.
Very nice.
It's under the About Us section. We have over 30 employees that work here, and we already have 20 employees hired for Orlando. This is our graveyard for electronics. So we've got starting down here, all the ways up here. We just need to test these and make sure they work and they don't fall off the shelves. But I mean, we've got some great stuff in here. This is all power functions, and you know how expensive power functions are. Those are all IR receivers and battery packs there. It's just a matter of getting around to it, having the time to go through it. These are all of our wheels that we sell. We sell bulk wheels online. If you didn't get to see the behind the scenes of the Bionicle, this is the rest of the Bionicle bar. There's the Bionicle closet.
The closet in the bar.
And then this is all Bionicle here. And Garrett was mentioning our archives. So, and he was showing you the instructions are all bound in comic book sleeves with backboards. We have an off-site warehouse where we have an entire room like this full of these shelves with about 200 of these white boxes, full sorted by theme and then in numerical order for every Lego instruction and theme. And we have a spreadsheet of them, and we can go get those instructions when we need them. We kind of have that just for ourselves right now. We also have the same thing for boxes. So we have about 2,000 square feet of empty boxes and instructions. This is all of our as-is sets. This was all Star Wars that we just walked through. So if you kind of look at this is Star Wars sets 9495 to 9499. And these are the ones on the internet, on our website, that are for sale, but they don't have their minifigures and they don't have any animals. We also have not inventoried them. We guarantee you that they have the instructions and that it is mostly complete, but it's probably going to be missing a couple pieces. So the website makes that very clear that you're buying an as-is pre-owned set.
Yes.
And these are all as-is pre-owned sets. Those are all as-is pre-owned sets. So when our as-is pre-owned sets come down, they go right here, and one of our employees, Josh, puts them away. So this is our part of our basement. As soon as we come down the stairs, this is our processing desk where we take all of the minifigures. All the inbound minifigures come here. We fill up probably 2 of these buckets every day of minifigures, and there's an example right there. Some pretty cool Toy Story figures in there, but also just a lot of random parts.
Legs and parts, yeah.
Yeah. Justin, come on down, you're good.
Okay, yeah.
There's a Carnage that looks awesome in mint condition, and there's a Spider-Man that looks awesome in mint condition. So what we do is our experts will go through the minifigures and sort them by theme back here and put them away by theme, and if they're mint condition, ready to go. If they're not mint condition, we have a drawer back there called slightly used, and that's where all the slightly used minifigures go.
Still great figs, just a little.
Oh, you know what? Those are some fantastic figures. Let's go back here and look at them.
Take a closer look here.
Watch your step. We got a big bulk Duplo order getting ready to ship out. Yeah. Okay. So here's a Darth Malgus ready to go in slightly used. So, do you know what makes him slightly used?
For that one, he's missing the cape, and his head has just a little smudge on it, so
Okay.
you get it for a discounted price.
Yeah. You get him for 20% off. And then if they're well used, they're 50% off. Now in the well used minifigures, we've got a chrome Darth Vader. So he will be half the price of a normal chrome Darth Vader. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And then we just happen to have a chrome Darth Vader in here as well. There's the expensive Ahsoka. It says right here she has a slight torso crack. They crack so easy. Any of the cracks go to slightly used and they're 20% off. All these original Grievuses are all going to be slightly used, 20% off. But I think we have another Chrome Vader in here that's going to be slightly used. He looks really good. It's just that chrome wears really easy. Here he is. He looks great.
Yeah,
He's just not perfect, so we can't sell him as like new. But then to give you an idea of what these guys look like, there's the Ninjago drawer. So those guys need to get put online and then put away. So we just need to update inventory. There's the Harry Potter drawer. Here's our animals drawer, which Randy handles. DC drawer. So our employees, as they're working the counter, they'll come down and they'll take one of the drawers. I think Ian's got Star Wars over there. So these are the Star Wars figures. These have all been condition checked. They're all in good condition, like new condition. And he's putting them online right now for sale. Ian, what's the best figure you've seen in there?
I've seen some good stuff in there. Today we've got some real good. Got a prototype clone.
Oh, nice.
Never seen that one before.
Oh, the Jango Fett with the open mouth.
Oh yeah, we got the Jango Fett from the Jedi Starfighter. Real expensive figure.
That's one
a
of
good
those
one.
figures that's probably going to sell as soon as you put it online.
Oh yeah, I got these to go straight
Yep.
upstairs.
Very cool.
So Ian will, if they're not online already, he'll take a picture of them in the photo box, put them online, and then it'll be available for sale. And then Austin is working on organizing the figures. So these are all your main lines of figures here, your main themes. You got Disney, those are all ready to go. We're gonna sell these as identified sealed bags here. And then you get over here, and these are all your older themes, and they start to stack up when no one likes the theme. No one wants to do them, right? So there's there's Jack Stone.
Overflowing.
Jack Stone is overflowing because nobody likes to work on Jack Stone. But we've got some good ones in here. There's Space Police figures. They're great. I just put him in there recently. The dark maroon skull twin. I don't know his name. I'm sorry.
So anyway, they're looking to hire a Jack Stone expert.
Yeah, yeah. And then down here we've got graveyard figures. So we put figures. Graveyard figures are figures that are not complete. And then over here are all the licensed graveyard figures. So once these figures are overflowing, like kind of Star Wars Empire is, we need to take these and bring them into our minifigure vault. Do you guys want to skip ahead to the minifigure vault?
Absolutely. That
All right.
sounds amazing. I love anything with vault in the title already.
We'll come back and check out our parts store down here, but we're gonna go to the minifigure vault here. Here, I've got to close the vault door here.
Oh.
And let me check out what the code is because I can't remember. So they don't let me in the vault.
For security purposes. I love the props on the
The vault
sides.
is guarded by spears.
Yes.
This one was in Black Panther.
Okay.
That's a really, really cool resin one. If you feel that it's not real metal, that's cast resin. And then this one is foam. So that was made for actual fighting in a DC Comics show called Naomi. There's a arrows and quiver from Black Panther. And then there's a mace from DC's Stargirl. I think it was Hawkman's mace. So when you come into the Lego vault door here,
What is all this?
these are all sorted accessories, and none of these are online yet. They're all just for us to complete minifigures with. So for example, name an accessory.
Let's see. How about like wand?
Wand should be in alphabetical order down here. W-A wand right there. We've got the wands, and that's what the wands look like. So there's a whole bunch of Harry Potter wands in there. Joe, do you need to come in here?
No, Jonathan's here.
Oh, okay, great. We have somebody here to trade with us. Let's finish the vault, then we'll go upstairs
Okay,
and trade,
cool.
then we'll come see the parts room. We have more accessories here, musket, flintlocks. More accessories here. So after the minifigures have been put online, they go over here to be put away. So all these need to be put away on our wall for sale.
There's a ton there.
There's a lot here, yeah. They're all sorted by theme already, but
Okay.
like there's a Princess Leia from the Ewok Village. The ones on the right are all online and in inventory. So this is all Star Wars here and all Star Wars here. These are called the bad droids. So these are droids that are bad. All right, those are all assassin droids there. Those are all the chrome assassin droids. This is all Jedi. That's all Ahsoka's. This is all R2-D2s, this entire bin. This is all Astromegs, Han Solos, Luke Skywalker.
It always blows my mind to see just like insane quantities of one minifigure, one piece like that.
There's a pretty good one there. These are all dewbacks. These are all Rancors, Wampas. That's quite a few Wampas.
Yeah.
These are special stormtroopers we sell called upgraded stormtroopers. They've got the baklavas and the dual molded helmets. We do sell a lot of these, so the quantities are constantly changing. Tusken Raiders down here. That's quite a few Tusken Raiders. But we sort them in a way that anybody can kind of like mentally say, okay, where would I find Luke Skywalker? In the Luke Skywalker bin. But where could I find a bad droid? In the bad droid bin, okay? So we kind of sort everything that way because not everybody knows the technical terms for every single Lego theme. So these are all of our Hulks. This is all Marvel here. These are all of our Hulk minifigures. And these are all online for sale if anybody's interested in buying them. These are Marvel Good Boys. So these are the good boys. Then we've got the good girls, and we've got Spider-Man, Iron Man. These are the bad boys. We got bad girls down there somewhere. This is all Harry Potter. This is all of our Minecraft. These are the Super Mario figures. This is all DC, and this is all Ninjago. And then on your other side, this is all CMF, Collectible Minifigure series, starting with Series 1, going all the ways to the newest series.
So you see them all marked here, yeah. Very cool, yeah. It's so amazing to see so much of quantity in one place.
These are sealed boxes of CMF figures. These are some of your smaller themes here. Video, obviously, you know, Agents, Monkey Kid, Pharaoh's Quest. Power Miners looks pretty good. Look at that.
Oh, got the rock monsters there. Very nice.
I love those rock monsters. And then this is our graveyard here. So these are either they're damaged or they're just not complete figures. And I need to do a better job labeling them because we switch out the drawers all the time. But this is all Rebel pilots here. So every now and then we'll go through these drawers and we'll complete mint condition or slightly used minifigures from this. This is all Mandalorians. This is our Mandalorian graveyard. And
wow.
It's one of my favorite things to do, to take these home and just sit and build figures with them. It's awesome. That's all Star Wars on your right. This is all Castle. We have a lot of Castle, Ninjago. And then we get to our animals that are all online for sale. All these animals are online for sale.
Crazy amounts of dinosaurs here.
Yeah. These are all your T-Rexes, dragons up here. We even have the nice armored one. The classic ones have sold a lot. This was full a year ago. Skeleton horses, awesome. Regular horses,
Wow.
your big sharks. And then these are where we keep sorted accessories as well, and the flat files. All right, we have a customer upstairs that wants to trade. If you guys want to see how this trade process
Let's do
works.
it.
And then we do have to come back here, unfortunately. We got 3 more rooms to see.
No, that's amazing. I want to see it all.
What's your name, sir?
Oh, my name is Mini Superheroes Today. I'm Jonathan. Good to meet you.
Thanks so much for coming in the store today.
Of course,
we
of
appreciate
course.
your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you trading in today, young man?
Well, I've got all kinds of stuff, and I know how much you love store displays, so I found one of the rarest store displays of all time.
Wow.
See, the thing about this is all of these got thrown away
Yeah,
because nobody wanted them.
I believe
so
it. Yeah, that's-
retroactively, they became rare.
It looks
incredible.
It looks vintage too.
It is
Yeah.
from the way back year.
That's got to be
20 something.
3 or 4 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild.
I
But
mean,
it's-
Star Wars store displays dime a dozen, but video, this is a unique piece.
Yeah, I mean, when we are talking about relative rarity, it's up there. But all joking aside, the cool thing is it actually slides out, so you can.
Oh,
make it
yeah,
as
look
big
at
as you
that.
need it to be, so, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got a little Ant-Man thing going on there.
They thought of everything with that.
Yeah.
What
I
else
wish
do you
I
have?
could do that with my belt size.
So, little side note here, when customers do bring stuff in, we like to make them feel good about their stuff. So we act like we like it, and we act surprised
Yeah.
and shocked, and like it's really cool.
Really good customer service.
Sold me up the river. I'm buying. But no, I just brought some random stuff. I know how you guys have like vehicles and Star Wars stuff in cases, so tried to bring something from every size, every era, and even insanity like that.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go through it real quick, and I'll
All
give
right.
you a number. So, you know, this one is better than most of them that we get. We probably have about 50 of this set. But they don't always have the minifigures. This one does have the minifigures. So this one has a retail value of $50, I think. If it was brand new, used, we're probably going to give them half the retail value, so that's going to be $25 in store credit because it has its minifigures.
Is there kind of a standard model like that for a
Yeah.
lot of sets where it's like, if this is used, we'll kind of give you, like you said, half or...
Half in store credit, and that is good retail, current retail sets. If it's discontinued and it's worth more money, the price goes up.
Yeah.
If it's a bad one, like one of these random city sets, the price will go down.
Yeah.
But then it's a guideline. So I just add them up in my head because I do this every day, all day long. Always look for minifigures because they add value.
See if anybody's hiding out in there.
Yeah.
Do a lot of the lots that you get in, will people have like very specific value ideas in mind, or is a lot of it just, I've got all this stuff, kind of tell me what this is worth? And
You know, we get all types. Jonathan, when he trades stuff in, I'm sure he has some type of idea in mind, but he's not super strict with it, whereas other people have it all written down.
Okay.
And they give it to you, and it's like, the most this set is ever sold for on eBay is $100. You know, it's like, I'll give you $5 for it. Okay. And this is pretty cool. I mean, this is really an interesting lot, and it's very typical of what we see. You know, you get brand new stuff, like these brand new retail sets, and then we also get super cool old racer sets, and these are really neat because they're pullback racers, and they go down this track that they made for them. Sets are never, we can't assume they're complete. They're usually always missing something. If this were missing a piece, it would be very hard to find because these are pretty rare parts. So unfortunately, these sets are not super valuable. They're just really, really cool.
Right.
So I don't know if you noticed, but when we were back in the Speed Champions Racers section, we had quite a few of these back there.
Now, I don't want you to ignore the fact that there's a Lincoln Log piece in here in terms of overall value.
Yeah, I'll
Make
show
sure
you
you
later.
factor that in.
When we go to the sorting room, I'll show you where all that goes. So he's got $150 here in store credit. Let's go tell him and see what he thinks.
Okay.
Jonathan,
Hey.
$150 in store credit.
Oh man, I'm gonna spend it all in one place.
Good? All right.
Terrible negotiation skills.
As we go downstairs, we do have some pretty cool props and posters to see. All these posters are for sale. And like this is Miyagi-Do Karate. That was from Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And then a lot of these Russian signs were from Captain America Civil War. And this one was from DC's Stargirl TV show. And then this is some of our older Lego sets that we just haven't gotten around to being able to part with. These are some cool Russian signs from Captain America Civil War. And this locker was from Stargirl, where it got clawed by one of the
Very
characters.
cool, yeah.
That's a pretty neat prop
Yeah, yeah.
right there. This is our graveyard right here, where this used to take up the whole basement, but a lot of the graveyards just weren't worth keeping, like Chima. Chima was getting out of control, and we just bulked it all out and sold it as pick-a-brick. We're only keeping the graveyards that are
More valuable.
more valuable, harder to find. So this is your classic space graveyard, and we've got all your old, you know, translucent
yellow,
colors
yeah.
in here. So when our inventoriers are inventorying and they need to replace a piece, you know, they know where to come to get it. And that's just this hallway here. This is our t-shirt room here, the t-shirt factory.
So we saw that display in the store upstairs.
Yeah.
So that this is where you make all those.
This is where we make all our
Okay.
t-shirts. This is Randy. She does all of our t-shirts.
Hello.
Hey,
Some fantastic shirts up there. Very
Thank
cool
you.
stuff.
We've been making a lot for the convention, so it's exciting. I'm just finishing up kind of a limited run here of crew necks. So we wanted the store employees requested crew necks, so
There we go.
we're getting all these finished up. Yep. And she's doing. This is Bertha. She's doing a little cleaning cycle. If you hear her making noises, so yeah.
This is our DTG printer. We lay the t-shirt on the platen. It vacuum pulls it down, sends it in, it prints on it, just like a printer prints on paper. It's really neat. Then you take it off and you heat press it in.
Yep. I'm doing our logo on the back of these crew necks here, so it's a great process.
Randy gets to have some of the coolest props in her
Yes, I get
workshop.
all the good props.
This is what I was
Just to
telling
warn
you about.
This is gonna beep and pop up though. So
So these were the on James Jonah Jameson's bulletin board in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Very cool.
And these were all made for the show, so these weren't real newspapers.
Okay.
There's a prop gun from Black Adam and a crew member parking pass. And then that was from Doom Patrol. That was a riot shield. And then in here we keep our t-shirt stock. And since it's considered clothing, kinda, we keep our vintage watches in here as well. So and it's nice temperature controlled in here. So if you buy one of our Cyclone watches, this is what you get right here. A brand new sealed Cyclone watch with new batteries that you can replace it with. And we've got all the different types of watches there, including Paradisa, which is pretty cool. This is an example of what our t-shirt printer can do. So you can take a picture and literally print it right onto a t-shirt. I don't know if you can guess who that is.
that's my inspiration.
That's a flounder I cut.
Quite the outdoorsman on that shirt.
All right, this is our sorting room here. And this is where all the Lego goes to be sorted. So we bring our bulk Lego down here in these big tubs. They're very, very hard to move. They probably weigh 500 pounds, I'm guessing. And then our sorters poured into these containers. This is Joshua. This is Ben's brother. You met Ben upstairs. Yeah. Yep. The third brother we've had that has worked here. And
I love that. Generations.
Yep. Josh was really good. Show him how tall you are, Josh. Josh is getting to be another couple inches, and he'll be able to put stuff away on the top shelves upstairs. Yeah. So what Josh is doing is he's pulling out the Bionicle for Garrett right here. There's the Bionicle that he's gotten out. We're pulling out the more rare pieces that you get in these. The non-Lego, like there's Ghost Rider's action figure bike. Hey, look at that, it's a mixtape. Volume 2, very
There you
nice.
go.
That's pretty cool. This is all trash, non-Lego. Rare parts, minifigures, like that awesome Ghast from Minecraft, and the Rock's character from Moana, missing a hand. Very cool stuff. Accessories, animals, plants. They're not supposed to pull out brick separators. I don't know why they're pulling them out.
Okay, stern talking to later on.
A couple other random things. We have to pull out the plants, and we have to pull out anything that's going to rip bags. So wheel hubs rip bags, tubes rip bags, and when I say bags, I'm talking about these guys over here.
Okay.
These are our wash bags. We put about 20 pounds in a bag, and we put them in here. We wash them with our special secret formula that we make ourselves. It's not secret, it's just lemon juice and vinegar mixed together, and then we put baking soda or borax inside so that it effervesces when it meets and does a deeper cleaning. And then we take it out and we set it here for 24 hours to dry, then we go dump it on the table. We used a dishwasher here to dry our base plates. All these base plates are needing washed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we actually we have found the best laundry bags. They're very hard to find, believe it or not. Walmart doesn't have them, Dollar Store doesn't have them. We found them and we're selling them on our website. So you can actually go on our website and buy these.
Perfect. I mean, a lot of people are, frequent question is how do you wash Lego and keep it clean?
So this is what we get out of the sorting. These are the plants. We sell the plants in bulk, and we don't have much left. We sell those on our website. They're one of our best sellers. Here's the minifigures. Check how awesome this is.
Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's a tremendous amount.
So we'll go through there, and most of these are not complete, or else we would have pulled them out when we got them. And we'll sort them by theme and see if we can salvage anything or just put them in our Build-A-Fig. So that's where we get all that Lego from. This room here, oh, never mind. That's top secret.
We're not allowed in there.
This is I think it was a Toys R Us special. They had these at the Toys R Us's. It's the M&M's mosaic from quite a while ago. They're like over 10 years old. And then back to our parts area that we skipped. These parts are all available on our website for sale, but not all of them yet. We're working on it. It takes a long time to put each individual part on our website. But if you see a green sticker on it, then it is for sale. We've got everything here from basic common pieces to large figure parts, which that's that really cool face from that Power
The rock, guy. Yeah, the monster we saw there, yeah.
Big bricks here, train track, stairs, but then again, very basic parts like small tires, bulk parts. And then we do have a lot of bulk Lego over here. Like these are all 2x8 green bricks. And everything in this section of the store, of the basement, is all brand new. We don't mix it with anything used. This is all going to be online for sale soon if it's not already. So like that bin is online, that bin's online, that bin's online. This is not. So that is not online for sale yet.
There's a lot to inventory here.
It is, yeah, it's a lot of work and it takes a lot of time. That's why it's not all online yet, but we're working on it. And then when we do get a part order, we are able to count the parts very quickly using a counting scale. We just enter in 10 pieces, weigh it, hit the enter button, and then we can fill this up and it'll tell us how many are in there. It's really cool. So I believe that sums up pretty much our whole tour.
This is a crazy operation you've got going here, Chris. It really is incredible. Everything that you guys have built here, and the fact that you're, doing it in Orlando now as well, and opening a whole operation down there. So that is really, really cool. So tell us about any kind of other future plans or things you want people to know in terms of this store or the Orlando store. What should people kind of be looking for in the future from you guys?
Follow us on social media so you can get updates on when the store is opening in Orlando, any news that we have, and then anything that we put out there on our website for sale. We send out email discounts every now and then, so if you sign up for a rewards program, which we have, it's the old Lego rewards program, the old one, where you spend $100, you get $5 back. So we have that rewards program, and then you also get an email probably once every 3 months with a discount coupon to use. So.
Perfect. And we'll make sure to put links to the website in the description of the video, and social media, so everyone watching, you can check that out. Now, nothing beats stopping in at the store in person, though, so definitely, if you live in the Atlanta area, maybe you're just passing through, whether you're flying or driving through, definitely come check out the store here. It's incredible. They're also, now you've got, the reason we're in town is for Atlanta BrickCon, so there's also a convention that happens every year in Atlanta now, so if you time it right, you can hit a Lego show and hit up the store as well. So there's so much incredible stuff happening here, and can't wait to check out the store in Orlando as well. Thank you for giving us the whole tour once again, and it's great to come back and see what you guys have done, so I appreciate it.
Cool. All right. Thank you, guys.